Black Oni.
You're now listening to the Black Oni podcast.
Yo, welcome everyone to the show.
Yeah. The big 80.
The big 80. This is episode 80. This is crazy.
And everything's great.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like, well, there's a few reasons why it doesn't feel like it's episode 80. Part of that is because we have like weeks between episodes. Months between episodes, so it do be like that sometimes.
Statistically, not a lot of podcasts go 30 episodes, so like you still got it.
True.
That's
very true.
Almost to 100 too, not that far.
Almost to 100.
Not that far.
I know.
So you can do Black Oni lives.
That's right. I wonder if episode 100 we got to do something like super ridiculously special. Like I don't know if
6 people.
Hey, we could do that. We have the technology.
Oh, it's a lot of voices, but hey.
Yeah. I think we'll do like a special layout for it and all this other stuff. But anyway, before we get into anything else, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who was in the podcast chairs with me tonight or today. It's not nighttime.
It's night somewhere.
It's nighttime somewhere in Japan, or
Oh, it's about to rain.
Watching a pod back. Could be night right now.
Whatever time.
Might be in London.
Might be in London.
Shout out to London.
Right. So it could be anywhere right now. Shout out to TBG for that.
I didn't want to do this during intro. But hey fam, and congrats again.
Thank you. So without further ado, we're going to first shout out everyone who's in the podcast and then everyone who's in the chat on Twitch right now, just to say thank you for being here. So directly to my right, we have the audio lover.
What's up?
Tell everyone at home what it is that you do, what you're all about, and all that good stuff.
What do I do? I don't do much really. I stream and I do YouTube. You can check me out if you go on theaudiolover.com. I have weekly YouTubes for the Round the Way Futurist, which is basically looking at future technology, policies, and things like that, as well as a new show I'm doing, which is, what am I doing right now? Ain't You Grown? There we go. Ain't You Grown? Basically talking about, all the wild things people doing when they probably shouldn't, as well as stop judging people who play video games as adults. Those kinds of things.
Okay.
Facts.
That's what's up. So as you can see right there, I need to stop messing up my rights and left. You can follow him on Twitter and on Twitch, as well as YouTube. You can find his content. Yep. So make sure you all go do that. And then right below me, we have Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Love it.
So many names.
So what is it that you do? Tell us a little bit about your content, where people can go to find you, what they can expect.
So I'm a wrestling and gaming fanatic. You can find me everywhere, IR528. You can find my wrestling content anywhere if you search WCA or WCA Universe. I have a website, have an Instagram, which I'm pretty more active on than my personal Instagram, so it's sad, but it's true. It's good. High quality content for the wrestling and high quality stupidity for the streaming. So that's me.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah,
there you go.
That's right.
And
that's right.
I have to say this because I've said it to him before. I've said it on stream before, but we haven't had a chance to say it on podcast before. It's y'all. A lot of y'all who's been following me a long time know that like I used to do YouTube videos heavy. I used to do some like really heavily edited videos. I used to put a lot of time and energy into my videos. What Ivan is doing with his content is like ridiculous. It's a ton of work. He put a bunch of different streamers into it. So like I'm in it. I believe Kels is in it now too.
Post Pro.
Well, damn.
Post Pro.
Right. Quesadilla's in it. Like Dr. Disrespect is in it. There's a whole bunch of people who are in this, and they're
Some people from chat are in it too.
Yeah, people from chat. I know we got Source Dumal up in there too. Hell's Wolf is in there. Like, so it's very impressive what you've done with it, and I hope that it continues. I hope people catch on to it because it's something that I haven't really seen too much on any streaming platform, and it's fascinating. It's fun to watch, and like
it's dope
to see him like making like characters too. Like if he's making a character like me, for example, like he was like I was like, yo, I'll come in and like watch you do it, and so like he looked at my picture and was just like crafting me as a wrestler. So it was dope.
It was hella dope.
Thank you.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have Super Duper Kellogg.
It's me.
Let the people at home, wherever they are on the train, at home, on the toilet, or maybe they with their shorty, you know what I'm saying, just in the bed, just like watching something,
Yeah. Let them know.
Let them know.
I am your favorite weirdo, Super Duper Kellogg. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube, both at Super Duper Kellogg. I am mainly an anime, horror, and indie content creator that branches out every so now and again. Currently, this is the month of August, and I decided to go back to my roots and mainly focus on anime titles this month. So if you're into anime fighters, you're into JRPGs and that such, I'm your mans.
Hey, love it. Love it. And I said before, I'll say it again. I want to give shouts to everybody who's chatting right now in chat. So we have Key Please. We got Simple Drew up there, as well as Cat Chaotix. Who else we got? We got the TBG. We got JC Mac 120. We've got the Audio Lover. Well, we got us in here as well.
you know I'm in.
We got
I'm in here.
Mr. Moshi. Oh man, listen. I'm sorry. This is my last Boston podcast. It hurts to say that. So for those of y'all at home who don't know, I'm going to be moving to California. I'm actually going to be leaving the 18th. So I'm going to try to make it to the Boston meetup before I leave, but it's crazy.
Hey man, you gotta do.
I might need to stop by the Boston meetup.
Hey man, listen. It's the 16th.
If I start walking, I can make it.
Shit.
17th. It's the 17th. It's the 17th.
That's real soon. I'm real broke.
Yo, everybody go to Ivan's channel and donate real quick so we can make it to this meetup real quick. But yeah, either way, we're gonna get right into the rest of the podcast with our icebreaker. You like that? You like that?
They had like a little pick and this ice cube just.
So first, before we get into the podcast, shout out to the Audio Lover, my boy, for actually putting together this agenda. He knows I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off with this move. You can probably see some like boxes off in the corner. Shit, I'm trying to move.
You asked, I'm gonna do it, baby. You know. I
really appreciate it. And the rest of the crew here also contributed as well.
Yeah, for sure.
So shout out to everybody who made this possible. I love podcasting, but I'm often at odds of like all the other shit I have to do. So.
Content creation in general is definitely difficult, man.
Yeah.
Podcasts.
People judge it, especially the mainstream media, man. They want to judge it and question it and do that, belittle, scoffing, like, really? I can do that at home? I should do it too. I dare you to try it.
Yeah.
Writing it on paper is easy. Getting it to
you're reading off a teleprompter. Try doing the teleprompter.
Right.
Yeah. You know what? I want to focus some more in the meat of the podcast on what it takes to be a content creator, because I feel like that's a really good conversation, because we have a lot of different experiences in regards to that. Many people who've been making videos in addition to streaming. So I want to hear you guys' thoughts on that. But before we do that, 2 end of the year games to buy. So Audio Lover, I think you posed this question.
Yeah.
So what does it mean by what are the 2 end of year games to buy? Do you mean like the games to buy?
What games are you guys looking forward to getting by end of the year? 2 games. I mean, I'm on a budget, so I can't buy like every game coming out. But there's definitely like 2 I'm probably looking forward to getting.
Okay. Well, let's start. I want to throw you out. I don't want to throw you out there if you ain't ready. Okay.
I'll go.
Okay.
I thought about it. So Well, the two I'm thinking about, I was really only thinking about one, which was Borderlands 3. But I know we're going to talk about Call of Duty a little bit later. Call of Duty is going to be another one. But so I'll talk about Call of Duty later, but Borderlands 3 is definitely something I'm looking forward to buying, especially because it's part 3 and I've been streaming part 2. I'm trying to start streaming the pre-sequel. It's the first time I'm actually playing the pre-sequel. I played 2 before.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully, you know, they get the cross-plat together. I know they said they won't have it by launch, but it's something they're looking into.
They have to.
I thought that was something they should have focused on. Yeah, that's something they should have definitely focused on after like the story mode and getting all the mechanics right. Like that's something they should have focused on, but that's neither here nor there.
All right.
I think it's a good.
I'd much rather them fix it down the road and launch it and have problems with it.
Yeah. I could see them having issues with it. The only thing for me though was that it wasn't a competitive game, so I felt like since you got like Fortnite and Dauntless and all these and Rocket League and all these games that kind of already done it, there's probably some infrastructure in place at least for non-competitive, more co-op kind of gaming to just be like, yeah, this is easy. I understand competitive, but the co-op I felt like you could kind of have that ready to go.
Absolutely. And shout out to JC Mack. He said Pokemon Sword and Shield. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I think how we typed it too.
Yeah, I know, right? That was clever. That was good. I like that.
I didn't even know that existed, but yeah.
Right?
We learned today. They probably
we did.
Yo, Twitch probably added that now because they're like, oh shit, everyone's moving to Mixer. Yo, let's put some more emotes in.
Quickly.
Vamonos!
For real.
It's gonna be a cap with a sombrero. Called it.
Next we got Ivan. What are the 2 games that you have to get by the end of the year?
Definitely Call of Duty. That's my roots for online gaming for sure. Different times, high blood pressure. And then Gears of War 5, because Gears of War was a game that really opened me up to cover shooters, but story-driven ones. And the direction of Gears 5 is kind of controversial. It's not really brought on there in mainstream, but like within the Gears community, it's like if you know the story, the questions are already being asked and all that stuff. So Gears 5 for me is definitely those 2 games are. If I had to narrow it down, definitely those 2.
We're getting a lot of good responses for I almost called it Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we're all ready for Call of Duty. I mean, let's be real.
Like
We are already ready for the booty.
Yeah, I'm trying to call the booty too.
Man. We'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Call of Duty, not Call of Booty. Call of Duty.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Nasty. All right.
But Kels, what are your top 2 picks?
So I gave it a little bit of thought. I know Audio said Borderlands 3. I had that written down as well. But Code Vein was also one. So I remember playing, was it the network test? I remember playing that for PS4 when it allowed people to play. Even touching it for maybe like an hour or 2, it became one of the games that resonated with me, and I just have to play it when it comes out. Nice. And the second one, I just made an honorable mention, was the Monster Hunter World expansion, Iceborne. It's another one. I think it comes out next month.
Oh, I thought it was out already.
Yeah, it is next month. Yeah, it's next month.
Because having like a new storyline, a new area, new monsters, new armor, and expanding on the monsters that they already have, Monster Hunter is constantly evolving itself from within. And that's another thing that I really love about games, is they take their base and flip it to make it feel new.
To really stretch it out that way.
Yeah.
Get more content, keep the game alive so they don't have to do a whole nother game.
Right.
Yeah, I'd much rather that than getting these new games every single year, and it's kind of like just a reskin.
Yeah, which we'll talk a little bit about, because there's a game that's about to come out in August. Anyway. My
A lot of
vote.
sports games.
Yeah, exactly. My vote is going to be on Astro Chain. I'm incredibly interested in that game, and it comes out this month, so I'm actually pretty hyped about that. Fell off bad in war. Oh man, yeah, that's right. And what's the other game I was gonna? Oh, so I don't know if this is coming out this year or next year, but The Last of Us 2.
Next year.
Next
Yeah,
year.
that might
Damn.
be next year. Yeah.
They think if it's not early next year, that's gonna be around Q2, like right
Yeah.
before the summer.
I thought it was coming out this
You
year.
think so?
That would have been my number one.
Yeah.
I would say that would definitely be an after spring before summer title if it's not early on in April, March or April.
I don't feel like I'm getting strong marketing vibes from from Last of Us 2 for it to be anywhere near that time.
I think that's because with the PS5, a lot of rumors coming out.
Yeah.
It's like what they did with The Last of Us 1. It came out for PS3, and then when PS4 was out there, the remaster was like
Yeah, it was right there.
right away. So
Yeah.
I think they made it for PS4, but then when PS5 and they got all this technology, they're like, all right, you know what? We could delay it. We could be silent about it, and we could just prepare it for that. So that way, boom, strong release title for the new console.
If they put it on both consoles and then make it cross play between PS4 and PS5,
Yeah.
like I mean, that's your winning formula right there.
See,
I mean, same servers, right? Like,
yeah.
you know, different graphics for people. Why not?
Yeah, I mean that's what you hope. That's what you hope. I mean, they didn't do that with the PS3 and PS4 because just the technology and infrastructure wasn't the same. But I think Sony, as far as a technology company, definitely is getting better, especially with the PS4, to see that people want that cross-plat kind of PS4, PS5, PS3. But now we'll see what happens. I just feel like Sony's marketing team is trash, and if it is coming out early next year, then wow, like what are you guys doing?
I think they're being silent because they want to make sure, like, because they showed it so much already, right? Like they want to make sure that the next time they show it, it's ready to.
And they pulled out of E3.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
So it's like, they got some deep sleeves.
yo,
Ready.
fam.
They're ready to be like, all right,
Richard reach all the way to the other side of the sleeve.
yeah, elbow deep. Like,
you're already on the second half of the year. I mean, when they announced the PS4, it was February of that year, so I'm expecting another February announcement. We'll see what happens.
with the 2020, they could start with a fresh decade.
What they might even do is they release The Last of Us like on that February like reveal, right? Like, oh, and by the way, Last of Us ready today, and then it'll be like, oh, and if you buy The Last of Us, if you buy it digitally, you'll also have it readily available on PS5, no questions asked. Like it'll just be unlocked.
Here's the thing too. I think also because the director Neil Druckmann, I know he has someone else working on it with him. He's also in his time management right now. He's doing the movie. So I think that has to play part
They're
of it.
doing a Last of Us movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
It's been in the works. So I think I think they want to probably get the movie out there first to bring more eyes on The Last of Us, and then maybe part 2. That would be a good marketing thing. Get other people in the media who aren't into the game in movies on it, so that way when the game comes out, they're like, just why not?
Right.
Good strat.
Yeah, it is.
I don't even want to talk about it. No, because you know what? I'm very upset with Sony, man. I'm very upset with Sony as far as Sony's entertainment, and that's for another discussion because I feel like they're very siloed.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
They don't talk to each other.
Yeah. No, it's a huge issue. It's a huge issue.
They could be
so great.
sometimes.
Yeah, they could be so great. They could be so great, and it's like you could literally be like one of the top tier entertainment companies, and you are.
It's
like
crazy
all you
because
have
they
is
were
PlayStation.
They were at a time like everyone just Microsoft, just it was all Sony for a while.
Yeah,
Every house had a PS2.
And now it's like, Sony, where are you going? Why are you leaving?
Yeah. I mean, it's not even just gaming. Like I think gaming, they got it.
Yeah.
But it's like movies and music. Like they could be literally if they had it all in one place.
Yeah.
Like just because you have a failing game doesn't mean it can't be a movie. Like I just saw the God of War, the Raising Kratos documentary, and seeing what Santa Monica Studios was doing, and they just completely dropped that game that they were working on, the one before God of War. And it's like y'all could have literally gave that to Columbia. Y'all could have gave that to any other film studio, because it was a great concept. Just because you don't have the mechanics down pat, don't mean you drop 2.5 years. Like, y'all got money to burn like that?
Man, listen, they tried that with the Heavenly Sword movie, and that didn't go over so well.
Well, I mean, they already did Heavenly Swords the game.
Yeah,
You
they
get what
already
I'm
did God
saying?
of War the game.
Right, but you don't. But I'm talking about the game before that, like the one they were working on.
What were they working on before?
They were working on some space fiction, sci-fi kind of a deal.
Maybe they pocketed it for later.
They ain't gonna do it. They ain't gonna do it.
2.5 years, they just dropped it. No,
Yo, they be dropping. Yo, all game studios do it.
Yeah,
yeah.
All game studios do it.
You never know. Like right now, it could be a game concept being presented. It's just like, nah, don't need it.
Maybe
Activision is infamous for that. Blizzard.
Maybe it's a priority thing, because look at that. The people who made Lawbreakers. That went out of business. They had a whole lineup of games. Cliff Blazinski used to be an Epic Games, so I know him and followed him for a while, and he was with that team. And when they died, he released a bunch of stuff they were working on, like other games and concept art and everything. And I was like, why didn't you do that first?
Yeah,
like it was just a bad like managing of their priorities and what games like, they were too into the whole Overwatch phase rather than doing something different.
Everyone's following trends
save
too.
them in the long run.
Everyone's following trends too.
And right now, trend breaking seems to be the thing, though. Like following trends was one thing. Now it's like, who's gonna be the first to change? And we'll talk about one trend breaking thing later. But like, that seems to be the thing for the new era.
Yeah,
we might have to call
say that
this
loosely.
breaking the trend.
There we go.
Speaking of breaking the trend, we're about to break the trend by going into our other section of the podcast, which apparently isn't showing up right here. Let me see if I can fix that.
Fix the thing, Oni.
I'm trying. Here we go. Boom. Got it. There we go. No one saw nothing. Don't worry about it.
Elevator music or we music.
So there's a couple of games coming out between now and the rest of August. One of the things I'll say that we'll talk about later. Madden. I haven't heard anything good about this iteration of Madden, which doesn't surprise me because, like, why would they even bother? They're
the only one who got the license.
They're the only one who got the license. They people keep buying it, and they don't have to do much to the game. They don't have to
do much
to get people to buy them.
I'll tell you what. I've actually played Madden 20 because I have the EA game trial thing, and I followed the story of the long shots, which is the other Madden stuff that they had. It's the same thing. Like the one thing they had different in their yearly games was the story, right? The narrative, storytelling of that.
Okay, so they added story modes in Madden. That's good.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And they actually had a sequel because one of them was called The Long Shots and it was really good. It was like the football movie we need because I miss football. I miss sports movies. You know what I mean? So it was really like a sports movie, and there were two protagonists, but it focused on one. Then they had a sequel, and it focused on the other guy, and like it was perfect. The storytelling was amazing. You saw both sides. And then this one coming out, it just feels like they ran out of the idea, but they wanted to use the same concept. It's always the QB. It's never someone else. It always has to be. I know the QB is supposed to be the leader of the team. I'm sorry, we're talking about sports.
Yeah.
But do something different, man. Just anything different.
Who's the because I know they started hiring like some high profile actors to do like mocap. Didn't they get the dude who's playing Blade now in this one, or was that last year?
Oh wow.
That was last year. I think he played the dad. Yeah, I think he played the main character's dad.
Okay, that was last year. All right. Yeah, because I'm not too keen. I know they started doing story, and I was okay because
they had Spike Lee do one for NBA, I believe.
Yeah, but that was 2K. Really that was 2K. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was 2K.
But still, the sports thing, them treating it like a movie.
Oh, that's my voice. Yep.
Oh. So
Ali. Yeah, that was
Mahershala.
Dude, I actually did a little thing on YouTube on Blade. I still don't know how to say his name. It took me like 3-4 tries to get his name right. Like, I don't want to mess it up. And that's not even like his whole name. Like, his name is longer than that. It's like
really?
32. Yeah.
Yeah.
He did like a whole Ellen bit and everything.
Yeah, he was trying. He was trying to f us up with that one, man.
That one. No, that's like his legit
My eye was
name.
twitching. I was like, you Blade now.
Right.
Blade.
See, that's the weird thing though. He was Cottonmouth, and now he's Blade in the same
Yes.
universe. Like,
Oh,
I'm
no,
fine with him
no.
being him, but like, it's weird because like that's
I
like
felt some type of way, but I feel like they just threw that whole universe away.
they did though. That's the thing that
feel
hurts
like
me
they
too
threw that
though.
whole
Like, some of that was good stuff.
It was.
Oh, yeah.
They threw that whole thing away.
I mean, you'd be surprised how many people have to do different roles now because like they're expanding with the whole Disney Plus. Literally every actor has a job at Marvel right now because they're gonna run out of people. You know, Chris
said
Evans already was
Keanu
in 3
Reeves
different
was
comic book
talking.
stuff. They want him so bad,
Like,
man.
what
There's
do you
rumors of him being what's his name?
Like what? Get me a job, Marvel. Get me a
Right.
job.
Yeah, man. Get some up and coming people. Stop recycling the same people.
Listen, I'm moving to San Fran. Listen,
I feel that.
Listen, I can happily run away from an explosion.
Only you want to be Static Shock. DC needs to make moves, man. They need to do something.
I can be in distress. Look, listen, tie me to a burning car. I can be in distress. Pay me
Right.
$800 for 3 seconds.
Let's get it.
Time.
Yeah. I would love to be killed on a TV show. This is great.
you gotta make it like the most dramatic death though. Just like
The ones where the neck disappears when they're like,
And you just roll off screen and collect my check.
scene.
oh, we were talking about that, the Division movie.
Oh
That they were
man.
filming it, which I knew they were doing a movie on it, and I called it, and then they confirmed it with Jake Gyllenhaal and everything. I was like, can I be that guy that always dies and his name is Alex? Like, they killed Alex. I want to be Alex.
Look,
I want to be
you gotta
Alex
scream
so
that.
bad.
I want to scream. They killed Alex.
Yeah, there we go. I'll wear my tins and everything.
I can be the pilot for the helicopter. Like,
Oh,
We're going down.
We're going down. Mayday, mayday. We need assistance immediately. Please bring someone this way. We're dying. Back up.
I'm surprised they're doing a Division movie, man, because they just did. They have like this little Division short. Ubisoft's been doing some things, especially with their franchises that go straight to Amazon, and like no one knows about it. So I'm
yeah,
surprised.
I haven't heard of. Man, we're gonna get into some shit about Amazon and Twitch, blah blah. All right, let's stay focused. Yeah, there's so many things we can talk about. Before we do, also more shout outs: Zanros, Trent Tech, Randy, Art is My Voice, Dragon Blade, Hell's Wolf. We already shouted out everyone else earlier. Lude Hokage. Everyone, thank you again for being here, for hanging out. We haven't done a podcast in a while, so the fact that y'all are here for it makes me feel very happy in all the right places.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And we got Control coming up. Control is I'll put the trailer up while we talk about this a little bit. But this is by Remedy, who did oh god, that's loud. Let's turn that down.
Tell you about it.
Who did a Quantum Theory?
Okay.
Okay, it does look like it. Now it does kind of.
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break, that's what it was. Quantum Break.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that was science.
Yeah. It's based on science.
I was gonna say Quantum Leap, and I was like,
Quantum
Yeah, both of those.
something.
Both of those.
Quantum physics.
Many people want to know.
Einstein said.
Back in my day, yeah. But I'm really excited for this though, because like I liked Quantum Break, but I feel like it had a lot of things about it that could have been better. This is looking to kind of continue on some of those things that they could have made better about it, like more challenge, more like real puzzle solving using time and space manipulation. The story seems interesting, and it's
they
going
got
to
any
be
big names?
Say that again.
They got any big names? I feel like they always have like big name actors.
That's a good question. I haven't actually paid any attention to who the actors are in it. And it's not saying anything below that in terms of like who's in it, but see, like how are you not interested in that by like watching that trailer?
It looks good.
Like that looks so
It
good.
looks like it's gonna be trippy.
It looks good.
Yeah. And like
I want to see the comeback.
Courtney Hope, James McCaffrey, Matthew Porretta, Jennifer Armour.
I'm sure they're all fine people, but I have no idea who they are.
Oh, that is this month. Wow.
Yeah, it's coming out this month. So it's like, that's the thing though. Like most people don't know that it's coming out this month. It's like, it's soon. Like right after my birthday.
Yeah.
Astral Chain, y'all already heard me say I'm excited for it, so like I'm gonna just let that ride out, and then whatever the hell's going on with that. What the hell?
I've actually never heard of that. So
You never heard of Astral Chain?
nope.
No.
Oh, but I don't got a Switch. That's only on Switch.
Oh, it's on
Yeah.
Switch. Oh, that's why. Man,
I mean, you got a
don't
Switch,
even play
though.
Smash. I barely play Smash. I'm not good at 2D fighters. Yeah, no, I can't do 2D fighters that much. It hurts my soul. Just the left and right thing. I need to be able to sidestep. It's a thing.
It's a thing. This is why you're obsessed with Tekken. Do you play Soul Calibur?
My arm for a reason. Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
Yeah, we gotta
Oh,
play
yeah.
some Soul Calibur at some point because I haven't played that in a minute.
Never again after that last time.
Yo,
Yeah,
what do you
PS4
mean?
or PS4 or PC?
PS4.
Oh, I don't have a PS4.
Damn.
Ah.
Damn.
That's not crossplay.
What? Oh no, you would think it would be like where fighting games should always be crossplay. No, like
There's
it
none of them.
doesn't make
Too
sense.
segregated, and PC always dies, man.
It always dies.
I
Immediately.
made the mistake of doing PC for. I don't want to say Tekken because
I did for Tekken. I did for Tekken. I did it for Fighter Z. Fighter Z lasted for a good month. We had 64 servers on every last one of them. About a month after, 24.
yeah, they have like 5 now.
5.
Damn. See, y'all. I mean, the console. Oh, listen, I love my PC, but when it comes to, especially fighters, like consoles are just easier to work with. Like if you want to bring it to your friend's place, like you just bring your PS4. You don't bring your giant tower. You don't want to damage your tower. Like that's not.
Hey man, ready to play? He's gonna have me.
Yo, open the door.
It's sad because my old job it was right across from the arcade. I would be so like I had Tekken withdrawals. I would go to the fighting stations of the arcade, and I would just see who's on it. I'm just like.
Oh
I see
my God.
one guy on it, and I go on and just start fighting him. Like
Let's go.
that's the only way I can do it. I can't.
Oh my God. Yo, Randy just said something hilarious. So you say you know who the CM for Remedy's Control is? I think I know who the CM is. Well, at least one of the CMs. Apparently, it's that dude at the Bethesda showcase who was just yelling the whole time.
Really?
Yo, that is hilarious.
Have mercy.
I am sleep. I'm about to message him like, fam, that was you.
Oh, one thing about Control I was thinking about. I wanted you guys ever play Remember Me?
I have it on PC, but I got it for like $3 or $5 because I always wanted to play it.
Really?
That's what the world reminds me of. The world of Control reminds me of the world of Remember Me. And I was wondering if the combat was still the same. That game had great combat, but story just wasn't there.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's what took me out of it when I played it.
Yeah. We'll look into that in a bit, but y'all can obviously see Astral Chain here. We'll see
Astral Chain.
Astral Chain.
It feels like if Warframe.
I like that art style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of games coming out soon as well that have
Like that art style.
like really beautiful art styles. Like there's this game called I gotta look at my phone because I forget the name of it already. I was watching a YouTube video where they were talking about it. It's like some name that you don't really think about. That's why I'm like Genshin Impact. That's what it's called. And I'll put that up as well. So that y'all can see what I'm talking about. But anyway,
Wow, they're bringing a lot to the Switch.
yeah, they're bringing mad games to the Switch. Nintendo's quietly dropping a lot of fire. They really are. How'd I get anything done at work with the arcade? Yo, that's a good question. How'd you get anything done with that arcade there?
Well, I just told them that I was in the VR arcade right across. So part of that was work. It was gaming, putting people on games and stuff.
Yeah.
And then a break, go right across, go slap somebody in Tekken, come right back and be like, I'm good. Until I got the portable monitor, then I just brought my PlayStation 4 there and I played Tekken at work because arcade.
Be nice.
Yeah, right.
So
I bring my PS4 at work, I'll be fired.
hot fire.
Immediately.
Hot fired. And it'll probably be on the news.
Florida man brings PS4 to work.
Florida city worker brings PS4 to work. Controversy. Your tax dollars. Like, What?
Reported by TMZ.
Right.
Oh my god.
I'm excited though because when we move, I'm going to get to work remotely all the time. But I definitely
That's dope.
am going to need to get a new job though because what we're trying to do, like we want to buy a house, and houses out there are like
Dumb cheap.
anything.
No, I'm lying. Dumb expensive.
Dumb expensive.
You really need to be Oni
Dummy
famous for that.
thick. Okay, you need to, I'm not getting paid like that. if you try to go out there and be Oni famous, you about to be homeless. You about to be homeless. This shit ain't no joke out here, fam. It is 0% joke. Like to get anything really decent, you have to spend at least in that surrounding area at least $700,000.
For a house?
And there's a housing shortage.
Wait, hold on.
And
Let me
there's a
process
housing
that-
shortage.
Let me process that amount of money.
I can't. That's
I would do the zoom in right now, but I can't because we're doing a podcast. So I'm gonna just
just squeeze closer. Just change it.
Yeah.
Actually, like cooler.
I got you.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, Anubis, I'm moving out of Boston. I'm moving to the San Fran area. Going to be near Cupertino and Mountain View and all them places around there. I'm going to need a six-figure I'm legit going to need to make six figures. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to do it.
I'm about to sell that headband.
It's got my sweat in it, yo. Who wants to buy this for like $100,000 real quick?
That's it, man. You go from
Gamer boy sweat.
from bathwater to sweat.
Yo.
Oh yeah. Next thing you know, you're gonna spit
When
in
they
the
were
cup.
selling the bath water, oh my god, I was upset.
Fam, listen, you make your money or whatever, but like, good lord.
I was
She
upset at
not only-
myself.
You didn't think of it?
I take showers every
Her
day.
special box, she sells
I was
a
upset.
jar of her spit that she fills up.
I was
like,
upset.
say what you want. You know how much dedication you need to fill up a jar of spit?
Yo, my mouth
She was
dry.
hydrated for that. She was
Yo,
like,
Lamborghini
let it drip
Mercy.
from her tongue and everything, and she sells like 500 boxes. Like, how much spit you selling?
Fam.
Yo.
What I want to know, and kind of don't want to know, is what are people doing with that?
Wait, the spit thing makes the whole, that makes it worse. That makes it worse because H3H2 he revealed it and he was like, smell it. Like they were like, what the? Like just it got weird real quick. And he asked that same question too, and I was like, nope, you got me there. I don't want to know.
Listen, we don't kink shame, but I got.
I question.
Put your mind there for a second, and then just realize that anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
I'm still trying to figure out what I could really sell out here. Cause she literally sold bath.
Yo,
And
like, do you trim at home?
Yo, you know what? I do.
Yo, just get like some face fur,
Listen.
get some face fur clippings.
Wait, I got.
Hold on, here it is.
Damn.
Hit his comb real quick.
Let's go.
Gamer boy strand of hair.
Let's go.
I'm not all might, but here you go.
Right. Hey, yo,
I have some of my hair.
Anubis, try not to use that word. I know what you try to go for, but try not to do that. Oh man, but yeah, I know, right? Get out of here. People trying to make. Okay, we're not even gonna repeat that. Oh man, see, this is what happens. We get off topic.
Right. Like what y'all playing though?
Right. What is everybody playing? Let me know. Also in the chat, what are y'all playing?
All right.
I got into Warframe after that reveal.
Yeah. Oh, now you want to play Warframe? Now everybody's coming on. Now everybody wants to know the details and the secrets and the tips and tricks on how to be successful in Warframe.
Okay.
I paid for Wukong Prime, and I'm proud of it.
You did. You said I am not waiting to unlock that.
Nope.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Hey,
$80 well
we've
spent.
all done it. You all done it.
And then XCOM 2, War of the Chosen, I've been playing, which has been awesome because the sometimes game can feel really stale, but if they have a customizable like character set, you can just mess around with that and it makes the whole game better. Like Skyrim with mods, like the mods really save the game.
Dude, Skyrim with
Yeah.
mods is ridiculous.
Yeah, without just imagine no mods, just stale. But like this stuff, oh, so good. But yeah, those are the two things that are different than what I've been normally playing, which is like BR games and the wrestling stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what are the BR games that you usually play?
What don't I play? I have a BR addiction because I feel like BR games, I know people are tired of it. And like for me, I'm not tired of BR games in general. I'm tired of them not done right. And them always having the same issue, which is like a whole armor system that never works properly or hit detection.
Yeah.
But I play, I play PUBG if I want to, if I'm in the mood, Fortnite, Apex.
In VR?
Solo mode. Huh?
Yeah.
In VR, really?
No, not
No,
VR.
BR, not VR.
BR game.
VR.
Battle Royale.
So like I'll play any battle royale game because I feel like it's probably the most satisfying and true competitive thing, because like when you think about it down to its nature, there's 100 people in the game. That's always what they aim for, 100. If you win, you have 99 bragging rights. You know, so
99 other people.
yeah, you can say that 100%. And no matter what, if you got 1 kill or no kills, like you won that BR, you are better than 99 of those other people who were in that BR game. So I feel like that is really competitive, and me being really competitive, BR games satisfy me that way. But the mechanics then take you right back out. Just get me the out of here. You know? Yeah, we can talk about that. That's a different podcast and stuff.
We'll talk about some more. We'll talk about Call of Duty specifically very soon.
Yeah.
So be ready for that, everyone at home. We got some really meaty stuff to talk about very soon. But yes,
I like meat. Wait,
That rhino meat.
Rhino speak.
Damn it, okay.
So Audio Lover, what you been playing?
Actually, I've been playing a lot of Division. I never actually played it.
Okay.
I bought Division 2 on Amazon for like $20 a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, you know what? Let me get on this Division 1. Let me get the story down. Let me run through it really quick so I can get on Division 2. As y'all know, I got a PS4. I can't do the PC stuff. I ain't got it like y'all bought. But Division 1 has been pretty good. I got a team on it now, and I've been playing Uncharted 4 multiplayer like pretty much it. Want to get back into Warframe. I don't know. I haven't had the desire yet. I got to get the desire back.
So
I haven't played Warframe since you and JC Mac.
Oh man, that was a long time ago. That was on PS4 back when I was playing that on PS4.
back in my day,
Back in the day, you used to play on a PS4.
there was only 3 frames.
It was like the first time I was like really. That's when like the PS4 first came out too.
Yeah, it was like within that. I think when PS4 first came out, there were like 5 games that people were really like playing, and Warframe was one of them. And then we got burnt out on it because we played it literally every day.
Every day, we were playing every day,
and there wasn't enough content to like. Yeah.
Because I met you through Malik.
Okay.
I was playing with Malik.
Yeah.
I met you.
We was in his dojo.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, that's the dude, man. Malik is it's been a while since I played with him though. We played Smash when Smash first came out, but we haven't played since then. So I got to get him back into some sessions because that shit was fun.
Oh, Smash is always fun.
Yeah, buddy. And speaking of Smash, yeah, take that how you will.
I like what you said it.
Kels, what you been playing?
To kind of reiterate before, I've been playing a lot of anime titles again.
Anime titties?
Those two. Those two. Newgrounds has been a very favorite place of mine, so a lot of anime titties. Thank you. But I've been going on to Keymailer. If any content creators know my Keymailer, I suggest you sign up and start requesting for codes. But a lot of developers have been reaching out to me because I've been playing a lot of anime titles, and they say, "Hey, we see you played this before. Come check out ours." So I've been playing. This is a game called Neoverse, kind of like an anime Slay the Spire. I've been going back into anime fighters. I know I just played last night Unis with Kesa and Ivan and Chaos.
Do you have it on PC?
I do.
Okay,
But
so
it's only free for like the next day or so.
oh, it's free right now.
It's free for
Yeah,
Evo.
all
Yes.
Evo games are free until tomorrow. It started on Friday.
Yes, and I just may play it and buy it once it's.
It's on Keymailer, so make sure you put a request in. So that's what I did.
But the thing about me, because I already downloaded it on Steam, Keymailer reason that I own it, so I have to wait until it leaves my library.
Gotcha. Eunice
I'm
is
playing
legit.
Soul Worker. I'm playing Soul Worker again too, and Closers.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Nice two anime games.
Okay.
I've been getting back into horror as well. I've been playing Subnautica, getting the life scooped out of me by alien fish.
It's a horror game?
Subnautica is considered a horror game.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yes.
I got that. I got that shark game.
It has a raft.
Stranded Deep.
Stranded. That one. I need to get that one.
I don't
Is
think I
that the
have
shark
that one.
game?
I don't.
No, that's
Raft?
Not Raft. It's I think it.
where you play as a shark and have to kill the people.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another.
Yeah. I got that a while ago because like for some. I'll talk about it after when it's my turn.
I just can't remember the name. I know what you're talking about. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing, just weaving it out in my game library.
That's what's up. I have to like actually look at what I've been playing to remember what I've been playing. So I played a little bit of 8.
I have Steam open over here.
That's why he's on top of it.
Yep. I was like, I know exactly what I played. Bam, boom, pop.
So I know for sure I've been playing a lot of Smash. Folks who've been watching the stream know that. I've been playing a lot of Warframe because obviously Warframe. I've been playing some Wolfenstein Youngblood.
How is that?
It is. I think it's fun, but I think it does have some things that people who are fans of Wolfenstein games of the past are not really thrilled about. And I get those things that people don't like. So, for example, like they added like RPG mechanics to the game. So like now some enemies are just like straight up bullet sponges, whereas like playing
so like early Division,
right? So it's like you're used to Wolfenstein where you can just go through and it's like it's a power fantasy. You're going through and just like ripping people apart and like taking guns off of mounted things and shooting robots and Nazis in the face. Where it's like no, it's like you can eventually get to the point where you can do some of that stuff, but like you can't at the beginning.
But right now, get your face.
Yeah, you never have enough ammo. The multiplayer, I like that there's multiplayer in this, so I really appreciate that. Yeah. So it's co-op.
Okay.
Oh
yeah. Because they're like twin sisters or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like the sisters, and like at first I liked them, and then as the game kind of continued on, I have to play it some more. But as the game continued on, I was just kind of like, they're kind of annoying.
That's the reaction you don't want.
Exactly. So there's a lot of problems with it, but overall, I think it's still a fun game. And if one person, like if for example you and your best friend want to play it, you can put your money together and buy one copy, and then it have something called the buddy system, which I wish more games had. So you download a trial version of the game, whereas the other person downloads the full thing, and you can play through the game with that other person, the entire game all the way through, without them having to buy an additional copy. So
that is amazing.
Pretty dope. Yeah.
I think they did that with Way Out.
They did. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I need more friends.
I have it. So if you wanna play through it, I know Dream Manifested wanted to play through it as well. And I think he ended up buying it. That's definitely a thing. So it's got some really good things going for it. Yes, it does have microtransactions. Unfortunately, a lot of games do have microtransactions as well. So that I haven't seen it myself yet because I played it like right before it came out, and then I haven't played it since then. But apparently they did add microtransactions to the game, which I don't know how invasive they are. I know.
Like, what is microtransaction in a single player focused game? Like skins? Like what?
Skins. That's mostly
still though.
Basically, it's like DLC where they offer just skins and skins on skins on skins on skins.
Still though, I don't know. Just be able to unlock the skin.
Yeah, I missed the point.
What happened to that progression, right?
I think you can
rewarding people for playing the game.
25 headshots, you get a new pair of pants.
Yeah. Like I get.
I missed that. The whole challenge list where you beat the game.
Let me go shopping real quick.
I want all of these. I want all of these cosmetics. Look at the challenges. 100 kills in 3 seconds, or
Yeah.
10 kills with a grenade.
That's a lot of kills, bro.
Get good.
You can do it, I guess. If you,
Remember, he said minimum bullets in that game.
that's the challenge.
All right, wait a minute.
You get a whole
That better
outfit.
be good. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
That sounds more likely for Division, which I wish it was like that instead of the crate system.
man.
But
Division
whatever.
Division is in such a weird place now, dude. Like,
Why is it called Episode 1?
because it is the first episode amongst many others that they're going to be adding.
For what? What's episode 1?
Division 2, they included a new, but it's free. It's free to download.
Okay.
But it's a new episodic chapter. So it's like they had the full game and then they had like episodic stuff to go.
Oh, this is for the season pass or whatever.
Yeah, so the season pass I think just lets you get it early, but it's still available for anybody now.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So that's the good thing. And with that said, like I've been playing Smash Bros. Ultimate. A lot of folks who've come into the channel recently who have been following now will have seen that, you know, Smash has been played a lot, and the new Dragon Quest hero came out, so he's been really fun to play. I like it. Episode 1 is not free; it's behind the year pass. Are you sure about that? We'll double check that to make sure.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh yeah.
very nice. $40? Really? I think I remember them saying that it was a limited thing. Like it was free for like parts of it were free for a week. I know you can get on the PTS and play it for free. Anyway, that's what we've been playing. And we'll move on to the rest of the podcast, which is going to be the Schmeat.
Yes.
No, it's the meat of the podcast. So we're going to talk a little bit about not only Ninja's move to Mixer, but many other influencers moves to Mixer. What that means, should people care? There were 80,000 people watching him on Mixer, which
yeah,
I'm pretty sure those are all new people on Mixer. And he signed a contract. It was probably for like at least a few $1 million.
I hear rumors of, because he was offered $1 million just to play in a tournament. For him to make that much of a move, I heard rumors it was 10 to 100 million. I'm like, nah, sir.
The rumor is
10
not
to 100 million.
The rumor is 932 mil. That's the rumor.
I'm about to color my hair. Right, you can get a mini fridge. I should brought with me. I'm gonna fill it full of Monster and Arizona teas. I'm gonna get an Arizona tea sponsorship today. I will drink in Arizona every.
Microsoft has that kind of money.
They
Microsoft
do though.
ain't paying one person for that when their whole infrastructure, when they need to promote, like they need better promotion. I don't think they paid him 932. That's a lot of money.
That is an insane. That's probably more than what Mixer is worth right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well,
that's
they're
insane.
behind Microsoft. Microsoft's net worth is like $700 billion. So like,
They probably
you know,
give him that much. They had to pull it from somewhere.
Yeah.
That is.
I could see like maybe 20
whoa, they're
or
saving a lot of money.
20 to 50 mil maybe. I could see, and that's over like a period of years, something like a sports contract. I could see them frame it like structuring it like a sports contract.
That's what I had said.
We got one
They're
comment
treating
saying
him
he
like
got
an
10
asset.
mil. I don't
It's not
have
believable.
I don't have any inside information on what the actual number is, but
Like a 10 mil for 3 years.
you know, I would be happy with any amount that was close to that.
Listen,
So
$1
Mixer,
million for 5 years. All right, bet.
and here's the thing too, right? Like Mixer had hit me up a while ago. One of the people who working for Mixer, and he was like, "Yo, man, we're always looking for some really great content creators." He didn't offer me no contract or nothing, but he was like, "We would love to have you streaming on the platform more." So like, I do stream. I have streamed on Mixer a lot of times before, especially before the affiliate program became a thing, because I was doing it on all three. But I do. Not just because Ninja switched over to Mixer, but that is a big part of it. I mean, there's an audience of people who weren't on there before. Like a lot of complaints for people switching over to Mixer was that there aren't as many people there. So, you know, talking to sponsors and talking to people about audiences is just different than it is on other platforms. But I don't know if that's going to be much of an issue anymore.
Like I heard a content creator say before, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So even if you're not really making content everywhere else all the time, like if you're a content creator, make an account on every platform. I got a Mixer account, I got a YouTube account, I got a Twitch account. I remember there was another service.
Plexstorm account, just because
I have a Plexstorm account. You know, sometimes you want to play lewd games and Twitch don't let you. So
wait, what website is this? Wait.
Let's Plexstorm. Listen, when Honey Pop 2 comes out, I will be on Plexstorm with that joint.
There's a few games that I've been trying to do another Ludes Day for that I can't really do on Twitch, and I'm like, you know what? Like, if we're gonna have adults out for this day, we will go
Noted.
on. We will.
I gotta jump on this.
Yeah, man. So
I didn't even know.
And here's the thing too. Like, I'm not telling everybody to do this, but you know, as long as you're over the age of 18, and you want to be a cam person as well as a gamer, you can do that on Plexstorm. So
tomorrow.
Yeah.
The deepest V-neck you could possibly own.
Just straight up cut your shirt.
Dude.
Let it free. Let it all free.
Let them out, baby. But yeah, so do you feel more inclined? This goes for the audience who's watching right now as well. Do you feel more inclined to stream on Mixer with this news, or do you feel more inclined to watch Mixer with this news?
I would say both on my end.
Okay.
Because of the move, he is generating more traffic towards Mixer. And in turn, more traffic means better promotions for your website, which means constantly getting new members to log in and sign up.
That's fair.
I don't know. When I stream natively through my PS4. If the PS4 allowed you to stream Mixer, I think I would have Mixer instead of Twitch, honestly. And that's before the Ninja thing. I think that Mixer, people shouldn't have discounted Mixer for having not enough people. I think that's actually better for smaller streamers. Because you get a chance to be ahead of the curve. To me, I feel like there's so many people on Twitch. It's like you're fighting for views in a sense. With Mixer,
be seen.
Yeah, you're fighting just to be seen. It's almost like YouTube. Like if you're on the YouTube gate now, it's boy, you got a lot of catching up to do unless you showing stuff ain't no one ever.
Just to be shown unrecommended is a goal for YouTubers.
So with me, I felt like Mixer was definitely, if you're starting up or up and coming, I think Mixer was definitely the place to go. Even at the announcement of Mixer, when they announced it 2 years, I think it was like 2 years ago. They're in now.
It used to be called Beam.
Years.
Yeah.
I thought it was called Hitbox.
No.
Well, one was Hitbox, the other was Beam, and then it was Mixer. I can't remember.
It might have been Hitbox and then Beam, then Mixer, but I know Hitbox was a different thing.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Because I think also that's when I made an account was when it was Hitbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I remember
made my account February 2017, and it was something else before Mixer.
I remember I got an email from Mixer, and it was like, "Oh, your account has been moved to blah blah blah." I was looking at I saw it on my phone. I looked at my phone like, "The fuck is Mixer?"
So this like the third time they announced.
I ain't got no damn dating app. I didn't download this shit. I was about to report them. And I was like, by Microsoft. And so then I looked at it. I was like, oh, they changed their shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really feeling Mixer. I still think they got a ways on. I mean, they could run with it, but
I like the. I feel like we should break it down with the questions, but like I
we can break it down with the questions that are there already.
Yeah, because I don't want to go ahead of myself, but overall, I'll elaborate later. But Mixer, I think, is a good. What they have is good right now, and it's always been good. Again, the affiliate program really put like a hand around people, and that's the only thing that stopped me. So
I think that's going to come around and bite them in the ass, because I think people. I'm personally kind of frustrated with what they did with that. I get why they did it, because they wanted to get that stranglehold on people, but we're at a point now where it's more harmful to only be streaming on one platform than it is to have yourself spread out. And I think Ninja, along with a lot of other content creators who made the switch over to Mixer, they got some really like enticing contracts, which means more people are going to be on that platform as well. I think that is showing us that branching out is probably going to be more beneficial in the long term. Like if you stream 5 days a week on Twitch, you might want to stream 3 days a week on Twitch and 2 on Mixer. Because like the Twitch is a very different place than it was just 1 year ago, let alone 3 years ago, let alone 4 or 5 years ago. The requirement to be partner on Twitch used to be 500 viewers, and then it used to be 125 viewers, and now it's 75. And the craziest part about that, I don't want to like get on the like shitting on Twitch thing, but a lot of partners that you see who have been like consistently performing incredibly well on Twitch oftentimes will have less viewers than like me as a partner, as a straight up partner. They won't even meet the minimum requirement for like what partnership requires now. So there's a lot of reasons for that. And I think DJ Tech Live did a really good job of kind of like elaborating on what some of those reasons are. So if y'all haven't already follow DJ Tech Live, go do that. But he put up a video where he did a just talking where it was just like, you know, certain things don't count as views anymore. Like if you have the stream up and you're listening to it in the background, but it's in a different tab, it doesn't get counted as a view anymore.
Right.
That I don't believe, because I tested it out by having a different account, and you still get the number wise, you get it.
Okay.
Still. That's the only thing I debunked about that whole thing.
Okay.
But
I did have the tab open. I had it. The volume wasn't all the way down. It was just enough, right? Because I know if it's off, I think it does something. I didn't test that part out. But I had it down. Had it tabbed out. Ad wasn't even in the same window. Then went on a different account. Even had someone else. I was like, can you see me in the chat? Is the number still there? Did it go down? Did it go up? Nothing changed.
Interesting. So I believe you, but I also believe Tech. So I think we need to do more testing, because there might have been someone else watching you while you're doing that.
Exactly.
Also, think about that, because there are instances where these stat bots are sitting in chat and they don't count as viewers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then now it's like, okay, so what's the criteria of view?
But I think that's because some chats, like there's specific chat bots that only connect through chat. They don't connect through the Twitch site itself. They only get like the code for chat, like Commander Root and everything. Yeah. Back when I was on Ventrilo and TeamSpeak, I had a friend who still does it. He's still like in people's chats through a different application, a third-party application itself. I think a lot of these chat bots use that, so they're not actually on Twitch itself, like on Chrome and stuff, doing it. I think that's what doesn't get counted as a viewer. But if you're on Google Chrome, or if you're on the website itself, and you're in a different tab, I think it still counts. I think that's very finicky.
It should still count. I mean, it's bullshit if it didn't, right? Like, but yeah, I think we do need to do a little bit more research on it and see like what's going on with it. But things are obviously different than they were before. Like, there are now more, like, even on a day-to-day basis, whenever I'm streaming, there's more people who come into my stream saying, I want to get started with streaming. How do I do it? Like, I'll give them information that they need, and then they start. That's one less person watching the content now. That's someone now becoming a creator. Like, every day there are more and more people who are transitioning away from viewer to creator.
To access now.
It's so easy now. So
your console can do it, and internet's only getting better.
Well, I think console really, like, if you look at Twitch, I think when the PS4 and the Xbox was native, you had a lot more people starting going. And then that was like their starting point until they were able to gain the followers and say, hey, this really works for me. Let me get a capture card. Let me get a PC. Let me really invest. So I think the year after the PlayStation and Xbox came out, like that's when they started doing TwitchCon and stuff. Like those were when their numbers were really like starting to take off. So I think console had a big part to play with Twitch's success.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, because I know a guy he lets everybody know his journey started on a PS4. He was streaming WWE almost every day, and that's where he built his fan base.
My man.
Yeah.
Once he started to realize that his career was taking off, he started investing into a capture card, a desk, a PC, and now look at him making the same content.
Right. I think that's definitely a lot of people don't realize, but I think it's really like console, because before that you had to like really think about, am I gonna spend this just on a capture card, $200? Mm-hmm. Right? Like, am I really gonna do that? Yeah, and that's not even the game or anything. That's just the capture card, and then you gotta figure out, can my PC even handle the game and the capture card, me streaming at the same time?
Is my power supply strong enough to handle all
am I paying for the right internet?
Exactly.
So is my parents paying for the right internet?
Can we even get the right internet?
Right.
And I got to buy the HDMI cord, so it'll go from the capture card.
Exactly. So the investment, I think, was definitely just a base capital investment in streaming prior to this current generation. A lot of people really weren't like, until the PS4, Xbox One came out, and like, you know what? Maybe I could do this.
Right. And Kira makes a really good point too. Like even a lot of mostly PC streamers or players, like the simplicity of just setting up a PS4 or Xbox stream, just be like, hey, I'm just going to press this button. It's going to say PS4 Live, and anyone who's on my friends list can like look at that and just click on it and just like watch at any point. Like it's a lot easier to set it up. So it is so much more accessible to so many more people. So the world of streaming is in a really different place. Like I remember times when we had a podcast where there was like 70, 80, 100 people in there, and there weren't as many people doing it. Obviously, there weren't as many people streaming at the time. So it was like just all these different things. So it's really important to kind of keep that in mind as well, where the people are and what they're doing. You know,
I think leading into the first question of this whole talk too, about should you care? Yeah. About not the move itself with Ninja, going back to that whole thing. Mm-hmm. But this is just why you should care, because Mixer in itself targets what we're talking about right now about, starting on console and whatnot. Mixer is on the front page of your Xbox home screen. If you turn that on, you press RB, before you even get to the store, you get to live streams. Okay, Mixer targets the console audience. They're right there, and you going on live on Mixer on your PC sends your because it's the same account. It sends a notification to your friends on your console. So not only are you sending notifications to people on PC who follow you, whatever, but you get console viewers as well. Yeah, Twitch don't do that. So that's why Mixer is like, you should care, because right now eyes are on Mixer. It's been on Mixer, but only more is on right now.
And like Mixer's had a bunch of features that Twitch still doesn't have to this day, like its own actual like channel bot. Like by default, you just go on and it has its own bot, right? So that's one. Nice. Two, it has co-streaming for everybody, which means they do the thing that Twitch said they were going to do with their co-streaming that they still isn't implemented, which is combining the chat rooms together into one. Mm-hmm. Still not a thing on Twitch, and it's only still available for partners. This is something that's available on Mixer to everybody.
I'm tempted to do it.
Right, I'm saying like,
latency.
And
the latency. Mixer has like pinpoint.
I noticed
accuracy.
that too.
As soon as you hit enter, you can read what that said.
Yeah, and Twitch has gotten better about that, but there's still like it still only works for people with really, really, really strong connections. Like for me, it works for my stream because my connection. I have a 1 gigabit connection, so it's like
nice.
It's
1 gig. What you got?
Up and down. It's files, fam.
What you got?
Overall, man, if you're looking to be a streamer, or you are a streamer, you should care about the platform you're on. So
yeah, and
this is only the start.
And TBG mentioned like Mixer's backed by Microsoft. Like that's another huge thing, right? Microsoft has boatloads of money that go beyond the fathom.
$700 million plus.
Yeah, it's insane. But also like Amazon is a huge powerhouse, and we'll talk about this a little bit later. Amazon is just, I feel like Amazon kind of bought Twitch just so that they could have it, not necessarily to try to make it better.
Yeah, I think they just needed something.
With that extra income.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Because like if you, I said it before, I'll say it again. Like if you look at Amazon's homepage right now, like I'm gonna do it for you.
You see nothing for Twitch.
There's literally no mention of it at all. I can do a Command F so y'all can see, right? I'm gonna show y'all. Look at this.
Show the people, Oni.
This is my Amazon page, right? Oh yeah. Oh, video recommendation. The boys. Wow, awesome. Oh, we got Whole Foods. We can get food. We can get.
The boys, man. That's a good show.
Right,
yeah.
yo, we can get some
Amazon
alien
Prime.
figurines. Oh shit, we got some Dragon Ball stuff and some like camera equipment. Under ordinary finds.
That's a rare pop, man. I want that.
Yo, we can get some
Collector's
shoes
edition.
and probiotics and shit.
Now,
Can I get that girl on the screen? Wait,
Yo, can I get her? Can I get a whole one of her? Oh, I can get a Switch. Oh, word.
Go to Prime. Go to the Prime drop down box.
I love those.
Let me. I don't see Twitch on the homepage. Let me just type it at the top. Oh, it don't. I get an error message. Oh shit. Okay, hold on. And then Cal said to go to Prime, right? Where's Prime?
Even under the Prime tab, there's no mention of Twitch Prime. Like right Prime, right by the cart, the drop down box.
Yeah.
That makes no
any
sense.
mention of Twitch Prime.
Hey, what? Where? I thought Twitch was a part of Amazon now. I thought they were hand in hand. What's going on? Hold on. Let me type in Twitch one more time.
Not even the Twitch merch.
Not even Twitch
that?
merch.
Not even Twitch merch. That's crazy.
Wow.
I better not see them at TwitchCon.
Nothing. Not even on the account thing. It says nothing about Twitch.
Nothing. There's literally zero mention on the entire website of Twitch, which is insane.
That's crazy.
That's insane. So they don't, honestly, they don't care about Twitch, dude.
Yeah.
Like this is just,
I never thought so.
yeah. It's easy money for them. Like they could be making more money off of Twitch if they just like reminded people it was a thing.
Especially if you just go under the video games tab. At least put it there. So that way when you're looking up video games, boom, Twitch, video games.
And here's another crazy part about it, right? Whenever we get these things called Twitch RPG, which is you can sign up to do surveys to kind of help improve the experience for Twitch creators and for users as well. And almost every time they send out one of these surveys, there's a mention of Twitch video or Twitch Prime video, or sorry, Amazon video, Amazon Prime video. And there are even sometimes bounties. For those of y'all who don't know, bounties are paid promotional sponsorships that some creators have access to. I don't know how they divvy up who gets it or not, but I get it sometimes. And I let y'all know, obviously, that I'm doing a sponsor stream through Twitch. And oftentimes there'll be ones where it's just like, oh, watch some Amazon Prime thing, or watch
for bits,
or for not even for bits. It's like it'll be like a pay like I can run that thing for like 20 minutes and get paid like 10 or 50 or whatever the amount is, right? And so there are all these things that are just like targeted towards bringing people away from Twitch. And it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not a genius, but I know from like a basic bare line standpoint of trying to ensure that people are invested in using your platform, you're moving them away from that platform to go to Amazon.
But I say bread and butter, bro. they just came to, that's their bread and butter at the end of the day.
Literally came to click a check and go home.
Yeah.
They did the Twitch Prime thing where like if you went over to Amazon Prime and you watched Tom Clancy's Jack Ryan, if you watch 2 episodes or no 1 episode, you get 600 bits or something like that.
Wow.
Just you got bits back for that.
Wow. You see it as an advertisement for Amazon stuff, but you would think it's the other way. It should be both ways.
It should be both ways, yeah.
Like this is bare essentials of like,
what are you getting that from this?
Right.
Like it's a simple trade. It's like if I give you this, you give me that.
Yeah.
No, it's one way.
That doesn't make. I'm a just for kicks and giggles. I'm gonna go to Microsoft.com. I know y'all can't see it right now. Let me just do a example. Microsoft.com. We've got some Microsoft stuff. Immediately we get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Right? They're advertising that right away. Anything about Mixer though? Anything about Mixer? Well, I mean, Microsoft ain't doing it either.
Well, Microsoft is
No, it's on the Xbox console itself. They do it with the console.
probably
They do it with the
probably
console.
does it with the console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's
I
go to the
can do
Xbox tablet. Let's see if there's something in here. Let's type in Mix. Well, I can't spell Mix here. So there's nothing on here either regarding Mixer, like the website. So that's a missed opportunity for them too. Amazon isn't the only one like f***ing up on that.
Well, listen, I was saying it earlier as far as Sony and why I'm very mad with Sony. I feel like just in general, I think these companies really don't. They're very siloed. They don't integrate.
Yeah.
You know, and they all miss opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
All of them miss opportunities, especially when you're talking about one thing that can speak to the next.
Mm-hmm.
Only I did find it. Go back to Xbox.com and click on the community. Mixer is right there.
Ah. Community.
Got him.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, well,
Mixer.
shit. I mean,
But you won't really think to go there, but Mixer is.
At
yeah.
least it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's there.
Option.
At least it's there somewhere.
You go to Amazon, you go to video games, you go to anything regarding it, you will not get Twitch.
I mean, it's still wild that you kind of had to like look for it, but I digress. It's still there. We're talking about yep. And I guess that's to kind of go back to our original thing here, right? Like, what are the pros and cons of? We talked about that a little bit though, like the pros and cons of each platform and what that entails.
Well, I had a pro and con. Like, if we're gonna talk about the people,
let's get into it. Yeah,
because talking about the platform is one thing. My thing was talking about the people because it creates this atmosphere of people. First of all, pretending not that they don't care about this whole thing about Ninja, but yet you still see them going to Mixer. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're inspired by it, you want to do it, fine. It's meant to be that way. He's supposed to break this kind of like, you know, what everyone else is doing. And he's supposed to make you feel that type of way. Get it. You don't have to care about it. Whatever you want to do it, fine. But understand that if you're someone on Twitch and you're doing well, don't throw everything away for this thing and start over because you want to go back to your roots or you want to do this or do that, but then you have no plan to do it. It's like, well, if you're succeeding here, why throw that away and go here? This is where it becomes a con because you're not understanding the point of this. The point of it was to get more attention because you're not doing so well over here. But then if people think that they're not doing well, but like I get affiliates and non-affiliates who are doing better than me and they're talking about all this. And I'm like, what's wrong? Oh, I have to get away from Twitch. But why? Like who?
Right.
Like, what is it exactly you have to get away from that you want to go there? It's nothing against you going to Mixer, but it's just for your own mindset and health on Mixer itself. What are you going to do different to make yourself grow that you have tried on Twitch and it doesn't work? Try it first on both things. Don't just don't treat it the same way. Always try to grow anywhere you're on. So if it's not working here, try something else here. Don't try the same thing and expect results. That's like just turning on the stream and expecting things to come to you. No.
Yeah.
You gotta actually work for it.
Yeah, I think.
So how are we gonna work for it?
I think it's important to consider all the variables. So like you said, like try new stuff on different platforms, but also try the same stuff on the platform as well. Like I think it's important to experiment with all of that. Like if for example your WCA wasn't doing as well on Mixer as it is on Twitch, you wouldn't have any way of knowing that unless you try it on both.
Exactly.
So try it on both, see what works, what doesn't, and then switch it up. Try different things. It really depends on what you want your involvement to be as well. Like another one of my friends, I want to like put him out there. One of my other friends who streams as well, like he decided he was just going to stop trying to like do extra shit because he found that like no matter what extra stuff he was doing aside from playing 1 or 2 games, like people weren't interested. They only wanted to see him play 1 or 2 of those games.
2 games, right?
Yeah. I hit that hits me hard too because like this WCA thing was something that like nobody was doing. Like if you're in the community, you know that they did a thing called interactive wrestling, where the people on chat would just suggest who you go against. Okay, I took it up a notch. No one's watching wrestling. No one was interested. No one watched it on the outside. So I did something different. I've been doing it since 2014, 2015, and it's just now paying off.
What does WCA stand for?
World Championship Alliance. I'll get the hat out right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to give people the little plug on that.
Yeah.
Give them the website. You know what I'm saying?
It's like it's
What is the
something
website?
that I take WCAuniverse.com.
Universe. That's why I was messing it up.
It's just something that, like, again, I don't think it's a bad idea to make that move on Mixer. I don't, but I just want to help people in their passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they lose their passion on Twitch. And look, I'm gonna make a lot of wrestling. So I'm gonna apologize now for talking about wrestling so much, and you have no idea. You don't need to know idea. WWE, the main wrestling company, is basically Twitch. And Mixer is now this new company coming out called AEW. Okay, so for me, I've seen this happen right now. It's going on right now as a revolution. So with Twitch and Mixer, it's like the same thing. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You lose your passion being here because things are different. So then you want to go over there. But it's like, are you just going to leave this here? Are you not going to fight to, like, get your passion back?
Yeah.
You know, and then bring it everywhere. Like, why just hold it to one or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Break the mold. You know, do something for you. Do it because you want to do it.
Right. And that's the thing that people have to remember as well. Like, I understand the desire to grow, the desire to succeed at whatever it is you do. But at the end of the day, like, streaming isn't a science. Like, you have to do what you're passionate about, what you want to do. And it may not get you the fastest results, but like, mental health is a thing too. Like, you don't want to drive yourself crazy just like only doing one thing just for the sake of bringing in more viewers, which may get you to your next goal. Like, weigh those options and see if that's what you really want.
And you got to know what you're streaming for too. Why you're streaming, you know? I think people are talking about jumping ship and whatever the case may be. Hey, you got to figure out who's your audience. Like, who do you want to engage with? Why are you streaming? You know, those are real things. I see people who stream for a year and then they're like, oh, it didn't work out, I'm out. Or, you know, they lose followers, they use subs. And it's like, was it always about that? Like, you know, so that's how I feel about it.
Right.
I mean, I'm all for people wanting to move, but if you're moving for the wrong reasons to be a shadow instead of being inspired, then that's definitely not going to work out for you at all.
And don't deny it too. There's nothing wrong with jumping ship for just the fact that you just rather be on Mixer. That's fine. Right. No, I'm not trying to. I don't think anyone should just force their opinion down of what is better, this or that, and this and that. But, like, don't lie to yourself.
Yeah.
You know, don't. Because at that point, you're just going down the wrong path of why you're streaming and what you're streaming. And, like, right now, a lot of people, including myself, sometimes force themselves to stream a lot. And it's like, oh, that wasn't the point. You know, we have a passion for a game. We start with that. We build our audience. Sometimes people talk about, you know, their community, they're lacking in one area. But understand you have to build first before you can lack in anything. So you're not done building.
Right. I'll admit right now.
Get your stuff up. Do what you want to do.
Right.
I remember back when I first started streaming, 2016, early 2017, what I would literally do, like, this is what I used to do, honest to God truth. I would go through the directory, find that midpoint, about 2,000 to 1,500 viewers, find a game in there that I'm interested in playing, and I'll play that in the hopes of pulling some of those people away to my channel. On a daily basis, sometimes I won't even feel like playing the game. Like, all right, this Dead by Daylight has 2,200 people playing it. I want to play Dead by Daylight. This gets some of those people to watch me now. Grand Theft Auto has 100,000 people. I want to play GTA, but there's so many people watching it. I'm not going to pull any viewers, so I'm not going to touch it. Play something else. That was my thought process.
At least you had a plan, though. See, I have nothing wrong with that either. Like, as long as you have a plan and you do something, and that's fine. Right. But people just don't have a plan. They don't do none of that. They just expect. Well, expect nothing from it.
Right. Don't expect anything. Just expect to have fun. That's honestly like the best. Some of the best streams I've ever had. Like, right now, we're having a blast right now. We've got a pretty good amount of people watching. Like, we're just shooting the shit, just like having a good time. And like, we're talking about stuff that people want to hear about, want to talk about. Right. So you have to be driven by your passion, like, no matter what it is you do.
I can have 3 people watching me play Warframe, having a blast with the Oni in it guys, versus me playing something other game with 20-some viewers and having the same fun. Like, I can have fun either way.
Right. Right.
My normal streams don't get as many people, but my wrestling stuff do.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's so weird, but overall, it's the reason why I did it.
Right.
In the first place.
And so I'm going to we're gonna switch over to talking about Call of Duty, because I feel like this is a good time. Since we're talking about passion, right? We're talking about things that keep us invested.
My old roots.
All of us here in this podcast are Call of Duty fans, at least in some way or another. Whether it's some of the older ones, some of the newer ones. This is where it all started for Ivan, right? Like the competitive. Yeah. So I don't know how everyone else at home feels about Call of Duty Modern Warfare, but we are all pretty excited about. He's got a little goodie for us. Call of Duty.
Okay. All right. Go on.
I'll go. Let us know real quick.
Ooh.
One time for the one time.
Sorry, what was that? I had to put my necklace on. I had to represent, because the money that went to these dog tags went to veterans struggling. This is when Call of Duty Ghost came out, which wasn't my favorite Call of Duty, but it was the last grounded Call of Duty. Yeah. Before they came out with jetpacks and advanced warfare and disappointment after disappointment after disappointment.
Yeah. And disappointment
Ghost
Modern Warfare
was the last of its kind of the good Ghost. Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I bought those for $2. It was worth it.
So this is throwing it back to my clan that I played with, because this is the last game we played together. So I had to throw that out.
So I'm going to just throw some. I was going to throw one of Drifter's videos, but this actually does a good job. Like, this is just the footage from the reveal. So if y'all didn't see the reveal, I'm sorry for you, but we're gonna help you out here. We're gonna let you see some of the Call of Duty Modern Warfare multiplayer reveal while we talk about this topic. So
if you don't watch it,
I hate them. So the first thing we're going to talk about here, we're going to go through the cross-platform, how that works, the keyboard compatibility, and the different modes. Right, you got dark mode, ground war, and 100+ players. So we're gonna get through all that. And again, if y'all have questions you'd like us to answer, feel free to let us know. We're gonna answer that after the meet. I guess we'll just call that one the buns. I had to. But yeah,
all the condiments in there.
All the condiments. So the first thing was talking about. Well, okay. First of all, before we get to like the specifics, what were your impressions of it based off of seeing it? What did you like? What didn't you like?
I'll go first because mine's short and simple. As soon as they said Modern Warfare, I was in there like swimwear. That's it. I'm sorry. They didn't have to show anything except feet on floor, and I'm good.
Okay.
No, that did kind of like it's another Modern Warfare. Let's see what it's about.
Oh, and Captain Price. So they had to show. If we're going to talk about it. The only thing is that just the amount of people. They showed I like the fact that this Modern Warfare, it feels like real warfare. I say real loosely. I'm not talking about real life, but it feels like there's a lot going on. It's like Battlefield who? We were first. And it just they made Battlefield in Call of Duty, and it's Modern Warfare, and it's just like it's everything we love but bigger. And I'm just like,
still feel like Call of Duty, the one we used to love. And then I'm a big fan of like the ground war mode. Big fan of large team versus large team.
Right.
One of my most favorite modes of playing. I just hope they do it right and do it well.
Yeah, exactly. I'm scared about 100 people when they say that. I think VR, and I think how all that skipping,
But do you think that's that they took what Treyarch did with Blackout, kind of revamped it? Because who's doing this one?
No, this one's
Infinity War.
Infinity War, yeah.
So
Blackout, they have nothing to do with Black, and they even said that they didn't want to.
Yeah, they didn't want to.
They had a different idea and a whole different thing, and
do you think they took what they've done over there and improved upon it for the 100-player mode, 100+ players?
Yeah, so there's going to be a bunch of different modes in this, and
Are we gonna get to that already?
We are going to get to it, but I just want to do like an overall, like what do you think of the overall package?
I was ready to talk. I didn't want to just
overall. How do you feel about it, Bill? Audio lover.
Oh, I know. I was
yeah.
Big smile. Who's ready?
No, I mean, okay. So Modern Warfare, I ain't gonna lie. I was confused that they were redoing Modern Warfare because they just came out with a Modern Warfare remastered. So I was kind of confused on the title. I knew it was a reimagining, but I was like, how y'all gonna play this off? Y'all really gonna get everyone involved who was already involved in Call of Duty? And as for me, like I jumped in Call of Duty when Black Ops 1 came out. So I didn't really get a chance to get my hands on Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3, which I definitely want to go back to those, but we'll see how that goes before this comes out.
Hurts my heart.
But I know. I didn't get my PS3 until like 2010, bro. So
I didn't get mine till like 2014.
Damn.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had like a PSP or whatever, but yeah, I mean, Black Ops 1 was really like my first Call of Duty. I love that. So this for me, I'm happy it's a reimagining. Because I feel like it brings the old fans, but people who haven't got a chance to ever play like a true Modern Warfare game, not the remaster, but like something like that, I'm with it. And the 100 players, I don't know. I want to see what they really do with that. A couple of games try to do it prior to, but I think we got the tech now. And I'll get to that when we talk about it.
Okay.
I feel like this is also, when they announced it, it's a chance to fix their mistakes as well. Because if you know Call of Duty and Modern Warfare, we were expecting a Modern Warfare 2 remaster. We were expecting them to go back and remaster. Well, maybe not 3, because 3 is when they messed up. 3 is when Infinity Ward lost some of the people, and the people went to Respawn Entertainment.
I still think 3 was a really strong game, though.
But which part, the multiplayer or the single player?
I would say a little bit of both. I would say the multiplayer for me was like, they did some things that were very controversial. Like they shook it up with like their support style kill streaks where you don't necessarily have to get your kill streaks all at once. You can get them over the course of the game. It made the game a little more chaotic, but it also like made it more rewarding for people who weren't necessarily like amazing at Call of Duty, right? Like they can still contribute to the team by like adding care packages and adding like intel for the team and like adding, a support drone. Like they were still able to do. So like that's one of the reasons why I really liked Modern Warfare 3 was because like they brought back some of like the guns from Modern Warfare 1. They gave you more tools to play around with in terms of perks and in terms of attachments. Like it felt like it was a natural evolution, and they took some chances with it.
So Modern Warfare 3 got split into 2. The Infinity Ward that was left did single player, and then Sledgehammer Games, who would eventually go on to do Advanced Warfare, did the multiplayer. So they stayed true to some degree. But one big thing that we had, and by we I mean like the people I played with at the time, was that Modern Warfare 3, like the map design in general, it wasn't like 2 and the previous one.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
That was the issue, because like competitively, like map design is like really important with that, because they ended up doing this thing in every other Call of Duty where it's like a MOBA. It's like there's lanes, and it's so predictable and so stupid. Like you can see the other spawn from where you spawn, and that creates just horribleness. So many choke points. Like the map design got so bad. Like 3-year-olds could do this on the paper and have a better chance at having a better map.
Part of it was the respawning, like how the spawning locations worked out, and like you were just spawning into fire.
See that too, but that's also like, they made everything smaller, and it's like when you make things smaller, which is a good point about this being bigger with bigger people, so it goes to this degree, but the older ones were smaller, so spawn points were more predictable, easier to get to. And remember, in different game modes, you can control where they spawn. Like domination's a big one.
Oh man,
if we had B and C, you knew A was where they spawn, and they're dead.
They're all dead.
Control the game and control their spawn point, you're dead. This one being bigger, more hopes for things to get fixed. Story-wise, they can fix what the mistakes they did in Modern Warfare 3, because remember, this isn't a reboot. It's more of a retelling.
Yeah,
So maybe parts in, Call of Duty 4 still happened, parts in Modern Warfare 2 still happened, but 3 maybe they're cutting out, because they don't want certain people, spoiler alert, they don't want certain people to die.
Yeah.
They already announced that Soap was back in it. He died in part 3.
Yeah.
Maybe other people will be in it, maybe new people will be in it. We'll find out.
Definitely.
When did the first one come out? Like a decade ago?
Been a long time.
Oh, that was like the last one was like a decade ago. Because for me, Modern Warfare, I mean, depending on when it came out, I do think some of the guns are going to be the same, but you probably have...
It came out 2007.
Yeah, 2007.
There are going to be a lot of guns returning and a lot of new ones as well. They kind of...
But I think the story might be a little bit different too.
That's what they're probably going to be doing. They're going to be...
Because you got to modernize the story.
Yeah.
Modernize the enemies a little bit. So I'm interested to see what they do.
The story is a big thing for me too, because of all Call of Duty, of all like war games, like you remember the characters in Modern Warfare. You got your Price, you got your Soap, you got your Roach, you got the guy with the one arm.
You got Ghost.
Ghost too. It wasn't just another game called Ghost. It was like a guy called Ghost.
They made that game because of Ghost, how popular he was. Yeah,
I'm mad he never and there was rumors before the game coming out. There was rumors about how he could still be alive, even though we watched him get burned.
Or a prequel, Shepard, at least a prequel.
And I had an issue too with just the way they ended part 2, because it was always like, man, you as a player always have to do the work. You know, they always have you do everything, and like you're there with a knife in your chest, and he saves you, and then he gets beat right in front of you, and you have to sit there just throw it and do all the work. Still, I'm just like, okay.
But that was the point that they were kind of illustrating with that too, is that like, even in those moments, it's still on you. It's still up to you to have to do that. Yeah, it was crazy. And I'm gonna say, because Anubis Ash is really, 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 really passionate about Tom Mason. Yes, Tom Mason is a thing. He is definitely a thing. But yeah, it's. I was saying it in the chat before. Like the really weird thing about Call of Duty, at least the past iterations of it, was that the percentage of people actually completing Call of Duty campaigns was getting lower and lower and lower every time they were coming out with new Call of Duty games. And so
it was just horrible.
It was getting to a point where like only 7% of people were actually playing through it. And so
story,
yeah.
And it wasn't original. Like, I'm sorry, even Battlefield has that issue. All they did was copy and paste a movie. Like, there was a movie with Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, the guy who played Punisher, and someone else, where they're in a tank. They copied that story and put it in Battlefield. They copied one story.
Infamous Inglourious Basterds? Right?
No.
It didn't have to do with Nazis. It was World War.
It was I think I know what you're talking about. It wasn't Full Metal Jacket, was it?
No. It was yeah. If someone could look it up.
Yeah, Black Ops 1 was cool. Black Ops 1 was cool.
Yeah.
Like I played as many of the stories as I kind of Fight. Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, was it called Fight?
Inglourious Basterds is a great movie. Absolutely.
Was it War Machine?
Oh, Fury. I'm sorry, it was
Fury. Yeah. I mean,
They copied that story and like pasted it on one of the Battlefield campaigns.
Yeah.
Even like it was just so similar. It was like just the tank was like the main focus. I'm looking at my game over there. The
Battlefield
World War
4?
game. No, 4 was modern. They did Battlefield 1.
Okay, yeah.
Which, by the way, listen, guys, learn how to count. I'm sorry, but if you go 4, it's 5, not 1.
I mean, they got to 5 after. They got to 5 after.
Right? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, no,
it's just
the numbers. So, like, even calling Modern Warfare pisses me off.
It does. You have to type in Modern Warfare 2019.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that. It could really all like Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 5 World War 2.
They could stop right there. They could Call of Duty 5.
Call of Duty 6.
Call it that because it was never done.
Like, it's okay to have high numbers because you're confusing the market too. Like, obviously we know because we're paying attention to it. But like, imagine like a 16 or 17-year-old, right? Like, for Christmas I want the new Call of Duty game. They're gonna go to wherever it is people go to buy games if they don't buy it on Amazon and be like, what the which one do I buy?
See, here's the thing I think about with the Modern Warfare and how I was confused, because when they did the remastered, they actually did a physical copy for the remastered.
Yeah.
So now you have
Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty 4 remastered.
And now Call
of Duty Modern Warfare.
Now Modern
Call of Duty
Warfare.
4 Modern Warfare remastered, and it's like that on Twitch too.
Nah, man.
Like, and mind you, I did that because I streamed the remaster, and like I was like, should I put Modern Warfare or Modern Warfare remastered?
Who knows?
Like, technically.
Yeah.
now get the numbers.
Yeah. Overall, though, before we get into the other aspects of it, overall, I'm really impressed with Modern Warfare. I'm not impressed with the name, of course, but I'm impressed with the fact that, you know, you have a lot of different modes. Headquarters is coming back. I don't know, man. Like, Hardpoint was cool and all, but like that really favored people who like knew the rotation rather than knew how to play the game. That really bothered me a lot.
What ruined Headquarters for me was Black Ops, because they had the maps that were horrible for Headquarters, and then that's when they've had Hardpoint, and it was just like,
I don't think.
Well, Hardpoint is worse because then, like, if you don't know that you have to go in that direction, like, I played it a lot, but I didn't play it so much that I remembered the nuanced details of like where it's going to be each time. Like, that was all set.
Search and destroy, and domination were my thing.
Yeah.
But Hardcore also, I loved Hardcore because like, die. Shoot
Die.
You better die, man. That was a headshot. I shot you in the toe 5 times.
You're bleeding out.
Your entire foot is gone.
Man, just ridiculous. But Hardpoint was my thing. Hardcore was my thing.
Well, speaking of hardcore, I guess that was just leeway into one of the new modes.
Yeah.
The night mode.
Night mode. So
TDM hardcore mode.
So what I'm gonna show night mode right now so that people can see it. Night mode is really, I feel like it's one of those things where like people will say it and it's like, oh yeah, cool, but like once you actually see it in action, you're just like, oh shit.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's like super intense.
What I've seen, it's gonna take a lot of communication, map awareness, caution.
You said medication.
That's medication for the headache you're gonna get.
For the rage, for screaming out loud.
Yes. And then they have it to what's the word? Well, night mode is basically is TDM hardcore mode. You don't have a HUD, you don't have any interaction, you don't have ammo you got for gears or gadgets. You
don't replenish health.
You know, in a dark space, all you have are night vision goggles and whatever weapons you came with. That's all it is.
And like they designed it in a way where it's like, if you don't have the night vision goggles on, like you legit can't see unless there's a light nearby. Like, can't see.
Good.
And they also
do we have confirmation that Juggernaut is not a perk and it's a kill streak again?
They didn't say, but they did say,
because they showed the Juggernaut from Modern Warfare 2 as a kill streak, which it should be a kill streak because they were like armored up, ballistic stuff, and like they could take multiple shots. But the perk is annoying.
The perk for stopping power and for that, I don't agree with. And I don't remember if they said there's technically stopping power as like an attachment for weapons rather than.
It should be deep impact, which is the penetrating through walls. Like that should only be a thing.
I think that's what it ended up being. Or like heavy caliber weapon bullets or something like that. I don't know. I think it's a attachment for your weapons rather than a perk. Because like I don't agree with that being a thing in the game. Like it doesn't. Perks. It hasn't need to be a thing for.
There was a lot of people.
Kill streaks, so it might be a kill streak.
Yeah, they're bringing kill streaks back.
Yeah, because some of the perks were just unnecessary, and I kind of prefer the point system that Black Ops had. But then again, Modern Warfare the problem was some of the perks. Juggernaut was probably the biggest one, man. There's so many complaints about that.
So awful. Like, and like one man army where you can just noob tube. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, let's not. No, don't remind them of that.
Give me some bad memories, please.
That was
PTSD.
Fam, like I used to love Modern Warfare 2 and hated it at the same time because like that was what that game became. You gave people tools to just be cheap assholes with just rocket launchers and noob tubes all day. You telling me that they're not going to do that? That's like giving people a game where they can mod it and it's obviously like beautiful people in it. Obviously they're gonna be naked beautiful people. Like you gave them the tools to make it happen.
Way to go, Oni. Well, I knew it was going to loot. I knew it was going down the loot route.
Listen. Okay. You give. I'm trying to think of something.
He got nothing. He got nothing.
You try to give like the Hamburglar like access to all hamburgers. Like he's gonna eat the hamburgers. Like that's what he does.
I like that was your second.
Thank you.
One of the best perks that went like right by because of technology and the party system that they had was actually the eavesdrop. I
like the eavesdrop.
The point of eavesdrop, I had the best encounter ever that I wish was like documented and well known, because the whole point of it was that you get to listen on your enemy's conversation so you can hear the communication, right? And communication was like a big thing, especially if you're gonna take it seriously and be competitive. The party system ruined that because the perk was useless. But my experience was that I was playing Search and Destroy. I was near a wall. Guy was near a wall. We both had eavesdrop. He was like, I hear the guy's mic going on. He's over here. And I was like, I hear you too. He was like, wait, what? And we had a conversation through the wall, and we were on the opposite team. I was like, I hear you two have eavesdrop. He goes, for real? Oh, shit. And like we started talking, and then no, like our team never came to back us up. It was just us two sharing a wall between us.
That's great.
And it was on Bog in Modern Warfare on the left side when you spawn behind the wall.
That needs to be clipped.
It was crazy.
That needs to be
It was amazing. It was a long time ago. It was the best experience. We had a conversation. I believe I added him, but
that's amazing.
That's a perk that like went bye-bye. But like I hope they have new things like just.
I mean, how can they do that though? Because like if you're playing on PC, people are going to be on Discord.
Well, it doesn't have to be eavesdrop. Like I'm just saying, like I hope they have something that's not thought of before. That's finally in there that works. Yeah. You know, because that one was like different. Like who would have thought that you can like actually hear them and then all of a sudden it worked out. Yeah. Mind you, we won that round, but still, like it was great. It was a great encounter.
Little flex on them. You know what I'm saying?
It was great. I have so many stories, man. I'm not gonna say that one.
No. I think about the no pass and free DLC. I put free DLC.
Yeah. So between the no season pass, between all the maps being free to everybody, between the cross play,
they said there will be microtransactions, but no season pass. So I'm like, okay, if it's skins, fine, I get it.
As long as you can pay for the skins rather than like paying for some stupid ass loot box. Like, I'm sorry, I'm sure there are people out there who will still defend Overwatch to this day, but no, that game,
the loot box system
never should have had.
Every time I see the colors gray, blue, gray, I'm like,
exactly. They should have never had loot boxes in that game from the get-go. I know, you can use your duplicates to get enough to buy another loot box, and it's only cosmetic.
Nope.
Nah, fam, if there's a skin that I want, I should be able to pay for it if I want to, instead of paying for a loot box.
Go the Fortnite routes. Actually show them what they're gonna pay for.
Yeah, make the season pass like the Fortnite did. Exactly. Like give yourself a progression tree so that if you get to this certain point, you will unlock this particular thing.
Or you can pay more money. Just skip that whole process. Either way, you get what you want. They get their money.
Loot boxes are gambling. Yes, they are.
They are.
Yeah, absolutely. Pay for a chance to get something. That is the literal definition of gambling.
I don't like it. I don't want it.
Yeah, it's bad.
But speaking of crossplay, I looked over and saw it, I wrote it down. Will there be a way to opt out of crossplay? You know, like Fortnite does it. So like,
I don't think there
should. You're going to play against the other consoles. If you have somebody in your party who's playing on another console, playing on PC, are you matched with people who also have the same party setup?
I don't think there should be, and only because as a console player, I know the whole mouse thing is a big thing with like, they can aim better, but the aim assist for controllers are supposed to help that, and it really does.
Well, to an extent,
in Fortnite, but it's gotten better. Like you see people playing competitively in Fortnite against PC players. Like in Call of Duty, I still play with a controller. I guarantee you, I play with a controller on PC, and I'll do better than you on mouse. I think it should be fair. Yeah, exactly.
On console too,
everything's allowed, so it's fair game. Like I think they should keep it fair game, and people should just really, instead of getting butt hurt right away, they should really just test their skills out and get better.
I would
say with everyone.
I would say I would agree with that to an extent. there is no quick scoping in something like Fortnite. And the things that I've seen people do in Black Ops 4 alone on PC, because this is my first time playing a Call of Duty game on PC, the stuff that I'm seeing people do like in a regular public match with alongside me is stuff that is just not possible to do on a PS4 or Xbox controller. Like some of the shit that they're doing is just inconsistently, not like every once in a while, but like consistently doing, I don't know.
I played on console a lot, and I see some crazy stuff.
I played mostly on console
controller.
with a.
I could quick scope too, but like
Yeah.
you talk about FaZe Clan, how they got famous. They did it on console first.
They did it on console, absolutely. But I'm saying, like, imagine if FaZe Clan motherfuckers were just running around all the
Tifu
time,
comes out of nowhere.
just
Oh,
like
sorry, wait.
all the time. Like, not even like you go into one lobby, FaZe Clan style gamer in there, 360 one scoping, and like it's a lot easier for people to cheat on PC. I'm sorry, it is.
Okay, you see now that's more of a reason why you should probably opt out. At least opt out. Have options for like every system, so that way consoles can like get rid of PC, but they can still console cross-platform.
Oh yeah, no, that's what, there should always be a choice.
Okay,
there should always be a choice.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Do you think that should be a thing?
Because I know Rocket League,
including PC.
Yeah,
I know Rocket League. When you hit the check mark, it opts out of all cross-platform. So it's like,
and like it's all about choice. It's all about options. It's all about flexibility. So like, if someone doesn't want to play, like, if people just aren't that great at the game, but they're gonna get put into a pub, like we all know the matchmaking in Call of Duty has been terrible in these past couple of games. They've been terrible. I've gone against like clans of people who are like 5 prestige levels above me, and I was only like a level 36 in Black Ops 4. That should have never been a thing. And so if you get into a match with somebody like that, when you're on controller, you're only pretty decent at the game. Again, the matchmaking is not good. You're going to get matched up with people who can like literally shoot circles around you and still kill you.
Call of Duty Ghosts had something in place where they really helped out player progression, where online or offline, and just like the skill and play style.
Mm-hmm.
They had a thing where the AI adapted to your play style, and what you could do is you can assemble a team of your own like AI that play just like you. So you would pick this AI to be like your sniper class, and you would be that class, and you'd play, and it basically mimic how you played.
Mm-hmm.
And then that bot became that play style. Then what you could do is you can go head to head with someone else and their team of bots that
was
are
Black
play
Ops 2,
style
wasn't
just
it?
as them. No, it was Ghost.
Oh, okay.
It was Ghost.
I think you
it was
could
a
do
whole
it in one of the
AI
Black
team.
Ops. Yeah.
And it was just like, it was amazing because it kept that like, you didn't have to play online with a bunch of people. It was good practice too because you're playing against bots, but they do play like the person who made them, who they're based off of.
Yeah.
And you went head to head still. You didn't need online connection to really go against those bots because it had it like, they had like a preset amount, so different play styles again. So
I think
something
Black
like that.
Ops 2 had a version of that didn't adapt. So it was like you could create a team. I remember doing that, but I don't have Ghosts. I never had Ghosts. But
I think you mean that you can have a team of like people, and it would use like the name of your friends list sometimes, or even the Treyarch devs.
Yeah,
it would have. I think, they had that, but the AI didn't adapt to your playstyle and your loadout.
Yeah. So that was a really
if they
interesting
had that
thing.
in Modern Warfare, man, that would be awesome too, because that really helped people. If they weren't good, that really helped them play on a large scale, not just like one bot or two, like bots who played like people.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it'd get good.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Overall, I'm super in favor of crossplay though, like without a question.
Oh yeah. I've always loved crossplay. It's bridging that gap between people.
Exactly. No longer will people have to choose which
And
platform
it was
to play.
Sony who had the last word, right? They were the ones being
Sony's
like,
always.
I don't know about it.
Well, first it was Sony saying that they wanted to do it on a PS3, and then
Well, they probably were bluffing.
Yeah.
And, they were doing that like, I'll do it if you do it, and then they were like, I don't think we could, and they're like, all right. Now they're like, yeah, you want to do it? Like, wait, what?
I don't know. I mean, I'm in favor of it, but I'm because it's competitive. I don't know how I feel about it, and because it's at launch and it's Call of Duty, I feel like it's going to be the most broken thing in life.
Man, but most things are broken. Just say,
You know
we'll
what?
see how
I
they
will
respond to it. That's
Like-
the
Expect
part.
things to be
How they
broken,
respond.
but
Like,
it's
I
up to
feel
them to
like-
show that they can fix it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like this is gonna be the Grand Theft Auto 5 PS3 online.
No, don't
launch.
talk about that. No,
Y'all remember that?
wait, no.
I try to forget
I
it.
feel like
Listen,
Damn.
I saw like on the Hollywood
He
side, and
said
there was
goodbye.
nothing there. I was nah.
I feel like it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna have to have crossplay off for like.
Mind you, they
at
had 1
least
week
2
to prepare
weeks.
for that.
Oh man,
At
dude,
least
Grand
2
Theft Auto
weeks.
was a disaster.
Man, that was man.
I heard of in history, Grand Theft Auto actually ranks 2 in worst launches for multiplayer.
I think Battlefield 4
That
was
Battlefield
worse.
4 exactly. I heard stories about
I
it. And
experienced
was
both
like,
of them. I experienced both of them. It was
Battlefield what?
it was Battlefield 4. It was laughably bad. Like it was to the point where it looked like it was a mod for a game that like one person put together rather than like a full production
Oh my-
multiplayer experience.
But what was
crazy because
wrong
Battlefield 4 is
with
my
it? Like,
favorite
what was
Battlefield
the
of all time.
What was
what
wrong
was
with
the-
it?
No, I mean like what was the change? Was it because was Battlefield 4 was the one for the next gen?
It was the
what was the
PS4
change?
launch title. What was the change or what was wrong? I can tell you.
Well, the change would qualify, I guess, what makes everything wrong with it. So I'm trying to see what was the difference between 3 and 4. Like, was it more
Yeah.
people?
I think
Well, no, it was the new engine. It was the new engine they had.
Oh,
right?
it was
the,
a new engine.
Yeah, because EA they had the whole what was it?
Snowdrop
Was it Frost?
or snow
Snowdrop.
Yeah.
Why is it always what is it, like Frostbite for Ubisoft and
Right.
Snowdrop for them? Like they
Yeah,
have
why
an
is it
obsession
always-
with winter.
Yeah. I mean, snow levels are cool and all, but
Snow makes you colder, which makes you slower. So think about it.
maybe we need
Okay.
to we need to have a heat sand.
I have a feeling I have that backwards.
You better copyright that
No, I
name.
mean-
I'm just saying. Sandstorm.
Sandstorm.
Isn't Frostbite for
Wait, no, that
EA
makes
and
you
the other
cancel.
one is for Ubisoft?
Yeah. You're right. Frostbite was EA. Snowdrop was Ubisoft. You're absolutely right.
Just tell me
Yeah.
again. Game of Thrones is over. Go to the north.
Yeah.
Yo, fam. So I'll explain a few of the issues that Battlefield 4 had on launch. Rubber banding, like intense rubber banding.
And crazy.
Every match,
Yeah.
not every once in a while. Every match. Regular lag with hit detection. I'm shooting someone. They're not dying. They're standing still. They're not dying. All the time. The game crashed. Every other game. Every other match, the game crashed.
On PC, they never had a matchmaking system. It was all server browser.
It was all
Oh,
server
yes,
browser.
yes.
yeah.
It was all server browser. Single player crashed all the time.
Funny enough,
Single players. Yeah, I actually deleted Battlefield 4 because it actually that was the second.
It was
game
breaking
my single
PS4s.
my single player actually reset completely.
Oh, that happened to me like 7 times.
I'd be pissed.
I was like, no.
I was streaming it
Especially
too.
'cause
It happened 7 times.
I really
was
like
I'm
that
not-
campaign.
Yeah.
like fully restarted my campaign, and that was the second time that ever happened. Game, the first being actually GTA. GTA Online messed up my freaking single player.
Yeah. So, the issues were massive, consistent, and it was just like it was across the board. Everyone was having the issues. So it wasn't just like a few isolated incidents. It was like this is the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Call of Duty Online at
Let's
launch.
just hope the matchmaking works.
At
Here's what
launch.
I do. And I feel like everyone else should do it too, because you also get a sneak peek at all the maps before you even play online. If you play the campaign, it should have every map that's in the multiplayer somewhere in the single player. The story should be good, so I really I would say play that first. And while you're playing this, it gives them time
Yeah.
to fix all the
See-
broken that happens,
Yeah.
and everybody just complaining and this and that. You could avoid that by playing the game that they spent a lot of time into with the campaign, because they always spend a lot more time working on the campaign
Oh, for sure.
with all these actors coming in and doing that and doing this, and then the multiplayer, and they expand on that just to keep the game alive.
I used to do that honestly with as far as Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Ghost. When Black Ops 3 came around, I think me, you, Oni, and
Probably
Dream were playing.
Yeah.
We were playing the co-op campaign, and then we jumped right into multiplayer. And it was
Yeah.
the first time I actually jumped into multiplayer before
Co-op
beating the
campaign,
game.
man.
Yeah. I never
This one
finished.
has co-op campaign.
I never finished.
So it has Spec Ops. It has Spec
Spec
Ops.
Ops,
Is another
that's what
mode
it
we
is.
gotta
You're
talk.
right, you're
Spec
right.
Ops, and they said it's gonna be
Cross progression, right?
Cross progression. Yeah.
cross progression, but they said it's gonna be like it's gonna have a lot more oomph to it. Cause Spec Ops was good, but man, when you got through the missions quick, when you beat them on the hardest difficulty, and it was all over, you got all the stars. It was like there's nothing else co-op about this. Like you're playing the repetitive stuff.
Yeah.
So they said it's gonna have a lot more oomph. So I'm really hoping it has like this whole
Like randomly
other,
generated.
not randomly generated, but I hope it has something to the degree of like it's its own campaign and not just missions that you play together.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be like Splinter Cell Blacklist or Conviction, where like the single player story is up here doing this, and the co-op is actually paralleling in a different time or like right at the same time somewhere else.
So like
So it's gonna have its own like full-on story.
that'd be dope.
I hope.
Or like if there's like things where it's like, oh yeah, we have 2 operatives or we have 4 operatives doing this thing, and then like you're actually doing the thing that they're talking about in the story.
Yes,
like that'd
exactly.
be dope.
Like
That'd
they're
be dope.
always like
Referencing.
This is Overlord 2 on actual. You got enemy tangos down in this perimeter.
It's like, all right, we gotta move, go, and then like I hope you're playing the AC-130 in the co-op thing, and like one person's there and one person's on the ground, like something, just parallel, have that oomph, be that, just be great,
right? Yeah, I agree. That'd be amazing.
That definitely would be a good move on the part.
Yeah. I think let me look at the agenda again. Like, how are we doing in terms of like the talking about the different things? So like, I don't know.
Actually, that Spec Ops was probably the last one besides the ground war. Other than that, we touched on everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy ground war and 100 plus players is going to be a thing. Like, obviously, more modes like the fact that the reason why I think this stuff didn't work as well before was because the player bases were split between each console.
And the limitations of technology.
There were limitations of technology and limitations of like where
see.
people were like in the game. Like I remember playing Black Ops 4 or 3 at some point, and it was like on one of the playlists there was only like 200 people playing that particular playlist.
Right.
Whereas like just think about like tripling that. Like you're gonna have way more people to play any of those things with, regardless.
Right.
But I'm interested to see what they do with the 100 plus players, man.
Is it only ground war that has 100 people in it? Like is that 20v20 anymore? It's just 100.
There's two separate modes.
20, yeah.
Separate. Okay.
Yeah. There's 2 separate.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Because I'm scared of the 100 players. Like Oh, okay. One thing I didn't touch on is that I know that the tank is in the game as well, like as a kill streak that you can get. And I have a little thing about, because it reminds me of World at War, and they had tanks in there as well. And I
didn't play that one much.
I don't have any scarred memories for the tanks, so like I don't really have much to complain about. But I do remember like when I saw the tanks, I mean, this is probably what they're going for. I was like, well, my sniper position's covered. I might as well get out the church right now, because then that's when they had like a little bit of destructible stuff, or just probably put holes in the wall so you were more exposed or whatever. But now I could only imagine that the tanks will blow your right up. like wherever you're covered, like no more cover. So I just don't want it to be so like, it could be strong, but I hope it's like one rocket to the back, like, because there was like Desert Storm and other old war games always had where tanks had weaker
points.
spots on it, and it would always be like the fuel tank or the back of it, because it was less armored. So if you hit it in certain spots, I hope it's like a one-hit kill with a big explosion, because as great as the technology is about having a tank, there should be an equal technology of having a big ass bazooka.
I mean, they show the javelin,
or
the javelin just destroys.
Like,
or like in Battlefield 1, where like, this is why I hate if they took it out.
Predator missile.
Battlefield 1, they every sniper came equipped with K bullets, capable enough to damage a vehicle. So you, as a sniper, you could damage the treads of a tank.
The 50 cal,
But I hope they give you enough ammo, because the issue with Battlefield 1 was that you had like 2 bullets to shoot twice, and the plane was still in the air.
Yeah, it was problematic for sure.
And then in Battlefield 5, they took it out completely. Like, it didn't exist.
Yep, and that was a big issue with Battlefield 1. The planes, all the vehicles, and even the train that they had in one of the maps. If you got those, guaranteed win.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm hoping. So they didn't necessarily say anything about like about destructible environments. So I don't know necessarily if the tank is going to be able to like blow cover up.
But what's the tank? A kill streak, or you could actually just
the kill streak?
Kill streak.
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna have destructible things like maybe
Light
doors or like
the doors you can
just
destroy. Yeah.
something. Maybe a wall or two, but I don't think it's gonna make a whole house or building come down on you because not every map is gonna be the same.
Yeah,
but if they
quite
don't have destructible stuff, I'll be a little disappointed, but then I'll be a little okay because like again, I don't want it to be like, you know, breaking the game and breaking the whole landscape of the war and cover to cover stuff because they emphasize that, you know, this game really makes you want to take cover behind stuff. You know,
all the maps are designed not with the 3-lane thing in mind, but like designed as like real places. So like you can go inside buildings and like go on rooftops and like go in alleyways.
I'm glad because I hate 3-lane stuff. I can't.
The choke points were ridiculous.
Call of Duty World War II had a really bad map design to where it was literally a MOBA. It was like bot lane, mid lane, top lane, and every lane had visible lanes to the other side. Maybe a bus slapped in the middle, so a sniper. And also, here's another thing. Where's my respect for snipers in games nowadays? All these games minimize the thing, but from what I saw in Call of Duty, there's a lot more space. You know, a lot more windows and second stories and stuff. Exactly. So like, there really is high ground stuff for you to see, and like, this is probably the only shooter that has come out recently. I don't want to say Battlefield because as much as they like do have big maps and you could snipe across the map, which I used to do all the time in Call of Duty 4. Battlefield 4, I used to like 1,000 meter try to shoot it. Like I was that guy. Yeah. So
I tried to.
and Battlefield 1 and 5, they don't have the guns to really represent that long range thing. You know, the older guns can't do that like the modern ones can. So in this one, I see that like the sniper playstyle is like brought back and revived, like a nice chest pump, you know. And I need that because sure, you got the annoying quick scopes or I hate when people say hard scope because I'm like, that's actually sniping first of all. All right, that's skilled sniper tactics. If you cross me, I get you. It's not like pop shot. No, that's not how sniping works. But I'm glad that they show love back to snipers because it was lacking in a lot of first-person shooters, and this is like, again, as soon as they said Modern Warfare, I was like, I'm in there, I'm good.
I won't lie, I was super skeptical when they said Modern Warfare because I was like, first of all, why do we need a reimagining of that? Because like we already have it, and two, I mean, like
story-wise, I think they needed it story-wise, but like other than that,
do they need it though? Because like it's not like the story was bad.
Because think about it this way. You had Call of Duty 4 to introduce Captain Price as your mentor and Soap, a silent protagonist. Modern Warfare 2 introduced Roach, and you got to be under the wing of Soap, who you saw as like a mentor because he grew from Captain Price. Then Captain Price came back. So all this character development was awesome. Only to get killed and then just have Captain Price, the old guy, survive the whole thing.
I mean,
you know, like
that's the story they wanted to tell. That doesn't necessarily make it a bad story, and that's the point I'm making. Like,
but the character development was wasted because they had these characters that were built up just to get trashed down when they were supposed to be the new hope.
That's why they made you care about it, though. That's how they got you. They made you grow with those characters, and then they killed them. Exactly. Like that's why I cared because I was like, but I was Soap. Like that was me.
Captain Price, he was still alive.
I know. But he was the one who taught you everything.
He got messed up the worst. This man tried to save you at the end of Modern Warfare 2, and he couldn't win a fist fight.
But he tried his best, and you had to watch it all pan out. You couldn't do anything about it. Like those are the reasons why that story impacted me so much because it was like I was seeing my mentor trying to fight for me and like unable to pull it off.
And you always saw it in the eyes of someone else is a big problem too. Like,
but that was a great thing about it, though. You saw it through someone else. You saw it through the eyes, and you saw someone else like doing that thing on your behalf.
But it got repetitive because every Call of Duty had where you're playing the guy who's just helpless. The first one was Captain Price sliding the gun to you.
I agree.
He's there. And then the second one was Captain Price trying to save you. He fails miserably, getting messed up by Shepard in a nice ground and pound UFC style, right? He's still having his hat on for some reason, never got punched off. And then you're there having to just
I mean, but that was a savage moment, though. You'll never forget it.
It was,
You'll
but
never
again,
forget
repetitive twice. Then 3, you're playing as an unknown Russian guy who knows the antagonist.
Yeah.
And then you're watching yourself die, but then Captain Price Levon finally, spoilers again, hanging the main bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it got repetitive. You always saw it in the eyes of someone else, and Captain Price was always like the last visual you saw, the last person to be standing. It's just like, bullshit.
Yeah.
All that work.
But I see what you're saying.
It paid off in some moments, but it didn't pay off in others because they had 3 whole games to change it up.
Yeah.
Make Captain Price look like he was the one to die. Granted, they kind of did that, but they brought him back. You know what I mean? Again, back and forth. It's just like, shit. Missed opportunities, but good character development still.
Yeah.
It was still good character development, but it was just like repetitive stuff. Repetitive results all the time.
Yeah, it did get predictable. I will say that there were certain things that definitely got predictable about it, but I'm happy that they're doing this game in this particular way. But I don't think it necessarily called and needed to be retold because it was like bad, right?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised they're doing another story mode.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I'm happy that they are, but I'm surprised too.
I thought they were gonna.
I love story mode, man.
Listen,
I love it too.
I'm surprised. I'm hearing a lot of people talk about story mode because when you.
But I think that's because Modern Warfare was one of the stories that captivated more people.
I did miss that.
And you had memorable characters too. Like can you name a character in Battlefield 1?
I can't name a character.
Can you name a character in any other Call of Duty besides the ones with deep stories, which is Black Ops and Modern Warfare?
Yeah.
No, all I could tell you is who.
Oh wait, we had Kevin
actor
Spacey
played them.
No,
exactly. I was just about to say that. I can tell you what actors were in a game, but I can't tell you what their name was.
Advanced Warfare. I don't remember who he was.
I just know Kevin Spacey and Troy Baker. That's it.
Yeah,
that is literally it.
Man, listen. I liked Advanced Warfare. It wasn't a boots on the ground experience. It was something. It was the start of like all the. It was the start of all the f***ery, though. I'll be honest, but
it definitely was.
I did enjoy.
Here's the thing, though. That was a controversial subject too, because like again, this was the idea that older Infinity Ward people had, but then they went on to Respawn and they did Titanfall, which they did the futuristic stuff right. Yeah. Advanced Warfare was just riding on the coattails, and then they tried. I was excited for it too, so like I have like animosity towards it, and I'm salty about it still. But I was watching behind the scenes, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we talked to futurists who their job is to predict what the technology was supposed to have in 10, 20, 30 years, and technology is moving so fast, and exosuits are really a thing." What? This is what we got? This is what we got?
Exosuits are really.
They are really a thing.
I'm getting an exosuit this year.
But Titanfall compared to Advanced Warfare, I was like, yeah, you could have made it more fun. They did it, so I'm gonna go with them.
They did it,
yeah. They did it.
Titanfall, that's legit, not for like another.
Yeah.
Advanced Warfare is to Advanced Warfare's defense, it's somewhat believable. The booster packs, that's not real. I'm sorry, like that's not happening.
What packs?
Like the jet packs or whatever, the booster packs that they had over there in Advanced Warfare.
I think in the single
exo
player
zombies. Oh
no, that was frustrating. That was real stupid. That was real dumb.
Exo zombies.
I have no defense for that. I've got nothing.
Come on.
I've got nothing.
Yo, okay. Here's the thing. At least Ghost had the balls to do something different, and they did something with aliens, and it was really fun.
I heard it was good.
Really fun.
Yeah, they did. I remember that.
Complete different. You want zombies? We won't take that idea. Aliens. And they had this whole thing where like you had to play it over and over again to do something specific instead of just having like, oh, how long can you last?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'll have you know. I already done that already. You know, it's like, no, the aliens, a whole different thing, but like same in the fact that like it wasn't modern. It wasn't like realistic.
Yeah. Yeah, Randy wants you to make sure you saw his message there. He said he read your name as IRS at first.
IRS.
Run!
I'm watching you.
Run!
Please.
All in all, I mean, this is probably a day one. I hope to get it.
I pre-ordered it already. I pre-ordered it when they announced it and they released the pre-orders. I was like, I got a job. That's the first place my check is going. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but like my first check was literally spent on pre-ordering Modern Warfare, and then I was thinking about pre-ordering like Ghost and Ghost Recon.
Man,
and I was like, you know what? Let me spread it. Let me spread the checks out a little bit, so I won't just blow the load on every single like pre-order.
Ghost Recon. Like, I need to play the first Ghost Recon before I really consider this one.
Man, listen, all I can say is that there was an NDA I signed for a particular game that I can't say nothing about.
Same,
but I want to.
Okay.
Same. Wait. They said we can't say nothing about it, but can you look me in my eye and see what I say? Hold on, wait.
I don't know, but I feel very I need some water.
Me too.
Feeling a little parched.
It's concerning.
So, with that said, if there's anyone in the chat who wants to ask any questions, you can do so. But that pretty much wraps up all the things that I want to talk about, that I think most of us want to talk about, unless y'all want to add any additional things in there.
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Modern Warfare.
A summary. If you're a streamer, you should care about the platform you're on. You should have knowledge on the stuff going around where you're at. It may not have to do with you, but it has to do with the entirety of it. Oh, we actually didn't touch on one thing. Which is we talked about if you should care about the news about Ninja moving the mixer, blah blah blah. We talked about how it's affecting the people. What is what are the pros and cons of what Twitch is gonna do about it? What can they do to all in the butt and everything, or they could just completely turn around and really be for the people?
So I was gonna piggyback. My fault. Go ahead.
No, I was about to say, like, with Ninja's exact move to Mixer, will that make Mixer more competitive, like towards Twitch? Will Twitch now see them as a competitor?
Yeah,
I think Twitch should have always seen him as a competitor, even without the move. I think they should have seen him as a competitor, regardless of the fact. Because Twitch, like I said before, I mean, Twitch really started growing in 2015, and I mean, it takes time. Like, Mixer wasn't gonna blow up overnight. It's not like at the end of the day, I feel like entertainment to me is, as far as the industry, is all the same. You could mirror music, you can mirror film. It's like Blockbuster with Netflix. Netflix was been out, right? They went to Blockbuster first. Hey, buy this. Nah, who's gonna really do that? And surely, you see no more Blockbusters. So you got to kind of take it and be like, well, they're kind of in my lane. They're doing some innovative stuff. I should take a look at what they're doing and really try to position myself to do something similar or something as innovative. And it goes for everything. I mean, is it going to happen overnight? Like, is the ninja move like this end all be all move? I don't think so. But I think it's definitely something they should definitely pay attention to and figure out what they want to do. I don't think it's going to hurt their bottom line within the next 12 months, but it could within the next couple of years.
Two things I have about that is, one, you had Twitch taking Mixer's features and stuff and like slowly but surely making their own features that copied Mixer and other platforms. So they may have not been aware that they were competition, but they definitely used their ideas for them, which is fine. If it works, it works. Whatever. We shouldn't really be complaining about who copied who, as long as we have it and it's there as a feature. Two, if I can almost remember it.
We'll give you a second to collect it.
Completely forgot it. Completely forgot the point.
That's okay.
Completely forgot the point. The first one overshadowed it. Damn it.
So one of the things Randy was saying, that competition breeds innovation. And
Yeah.
there we go.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
I got it. As fast as they removed his check button, the thing,
Oh, that was
Check mark.
immediate.
they should really issue a statement or something just to make us feel safer of them not messing anything up. And just let us in a little bit more on the ideas they have instead of waiting and controversy after controversy messing up. How about instead of something bad happening for you to talk to us about and how you're changing TOS to prevent cant throwers from being whatever, how about telling us the good that you're about to do, the change that's coming that's going to benefit us after this move.
Yeah, because
You know,
most changes
let us in a little bit
Twitch
more.
are spontaneous. Like when you realize the app is messing up or the website online is messing up.
Or the viewer list button moves from here to here.
Yes, it's something they change something that's gonna break something else. We don't want to be in the dark and like, oh, Twitch is breaking, but no, on the inside they're changing something else so it can be better. They're not telling us. We only see that bad input that's happening.
Yeah.
I forget it's Amazon running things, so it's like asking them to care is a little bit too much. But at the same time, you know, to try.
Yeah, it gives a little.
We're supposed to be a family. We're technically the hand that feeds them. Without us, there is no them.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, how about letting us in a little bit more, and don't be afraid to like hold people responsible.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Twitch itself, controversy for a lot of things. One of the big things is just when people mess up, they don't do anything about it. And when people do mess up, it's like they pretend that there's this gray area all the time. And it's like sometimes that gray area needs to not be like talked about. And just like when somebody messed up, they clearly messed up. Whether I like the streamer or not, like public bathroom viewing, breaking an actual law on top of a TOS. Bad! No gray area. No gray area.
Yeah.
Things happening so bad that you have like animal companies from across telling you to ban this person because they're doing something illegal and influencing others. Ban! There is no gray area. Somebody getting excited for winning a BR and him being a heavyset person having looser pants, he jumped up, his crack, maybe some cheek showed, he ran off the screen because he was excited about winning. That was an obvious mistake. That's a gray area. You don't have to ban him for that. He got banned.
Yeah, they're really backwards in terms of how they
backwards
how they implement some of their rules, and there's a lot of favoritism in not only the
They make
TOS.
money, they don't care.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people who like were literally going on like racist rants on Twitch, and like they're still not banned off the platform. Like there are people who like send hate raids to people who it'll show that there's a host coming in from that person, and they'll come in and just say N-word, N-word, N-word. Oh, go back to
I've
like,
seen it. I've seen it happen.
that shit has happened to me before.
No,
and these people are still on the platform.
Like literally in somebody's chat.
Yeah.
They would constantly be in that chat talking wreck.
Yeah.
I watched the vibe. I told my friends I watched back the vibe from whoever got hosted, and they were literally planning it out. And then when they raided him, all those messages came. But the person who the raid came from was like, I didn't know. I wouldn't send him to do that. Lady, you had to see the chat moving. You had to give them directions of who you were sending them to.
Yeah.
And that also should fall under people who like want to view something on their desktop and then, oh, porn pops up. It's like, well, how about hiding your screen first? That's why it's there. Then checking it so that way you won't, you know, oh, it was an accident. Was it really though? You had so many ways to prevent that from happening. You know, that's a great area that really shouldn't be touched upon. And plus, what's a day? What's a day gonna do?
Yeah.
Just show an example out of it. A day. So, you know,
Yeah.
just
at least. Yeah, there's a lot of things that Twitch can do to not only stay competitive but to show the creators in the audience that they care. So a big issue is the fact that people who are repeated offenders and repeated like violators of harassment and hate speech, I get it, right? Like shareholders want to hear that they have this many people using the platform for this many hours and this many channels. At the end of the day, these people are hurting your platform. They're not really doing anything to add value to the platform. They're just adding a number to your platform. They have to take a harder stance on some of that shit and say, like, this is one of the things that Mixer actually does. They say people like if you're caught using the N-word all the time, you're just not going to be able to use our platform at all. Whether you make a new screen name, whether you use a new email, like we see your IP address, we see like the account that you signed up under. You just can't use our shit anymore. They need to take hard stances on shit like that, because all it takes is a few things to happen for Mixer. Like we're seeing more and more creators taking on contracts to go to Mixer, and all it takes is someone else's favorite streamer who isn't one of these big top streamers to move over to Mixer for it to just keep steamrolling and steamrolling and steamrolling. Like Mixer is doing a lot of great things outside of just that TOS stuff that Twitch still doesn't have implemented in. They need to get on top of their feature set. They need to get on top of accountability. They need to get on top of the favoritism that they show, like this whole partnership favoritism thing. I'm not gonna get into all of it, but not even just me, but other people who have done what they've asked of creators to do and still didn't get it and didn't offer any real explanation as to why. It was just like this person today decided they didn't want to give it to you. Like you need to be more clear about that, and you need to be more realistic about how that how all that works, right? Like you need to be the front runner of that. You need to make sure that there are partners now on Twitch who have been partnered for 3 to 4 years. I don't want to blow up his spot, but he did say it on a podcast with me before, recently, who still doesn't have an account representative. He's been on the platform longer than most people. Has been a partner for longer than most people, who still doesn't have an account representative and didn't even know that was a thing until recently. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable.
What's crazy, one thing I heard
Randy never had one. He was a partner. He never had one.
Wow.
One rumor I heard too about what Twitch does, and it's kind of like you would hear it somewhere else in like a different, like a sports thing, right? Is that the big streamers. Okay, so H3H3 called out the whole Twitch, because he had something happen with Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this whole ninja thing happened, and he had stuff to say. And also he even said that somebody, he didn't say who, but a male top streamer even told him to confirm that Twitch tells them what to do, and tells them, like, tries to influence them to stream more, do this or do that. Like, they ask stuff of these people, and then they don't give. It's the whole Amazon and Twitch thing. But it's like, wait, I thought you were the good guy.
Well, see, here's what I was saying. Like, I feel like as far as Twitch, especially when they went to Amazon, it's at the end of the day an entertainment business. So I look at Twitch and Mixer. As far as what I'm hearing, Mixer is doing a lot of good things, but I still look at them as, in the music spectrum, like your Def Jams, Universals, you're like the artist, right? You have to produce. Every artist has to come out with an album every so often. Streaming is essentially the same thing. You don't produce, you're out. You don't create a certain image, you're out. We buy into this image. You want to divert from that? Hey, you got to talk to us before you divert from that, because we're paying you to do this. You're going to play this. This is your bread and butter. You better make those numbers.
I hear what you're saying.
But entertainment is entertainment.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but it's a slightly different beast, because the same things, like I mentioned earlier before, there's a lot of creators who have been signed on to do a particular thing, right? They've been streaming, they've been playing this one game, who used to get hundreds of thousands of viewers per stream, who now get 50, 40. Right. They're not doing anything particularly bad or wrong or differently than what they were doing when they got signed on. But at that point, what a lot of record labels will do, they'll do the work to help promote that person so that they can. So they do their part, and then you do your part, and that's how it works. But if only one person is doing their part and they're still expecting that side of it without putting anything in, then that's where the disconnect is. They ain't doing their part. So I think that's like one of the big differences. Like there isn't that same level. Like, again, like Randy was just saying, he's in the chat right now. He used to be a partner. He doesn't have a rep. How's he supposed? How is their end of the bargain actually being
that's true,
held up? If they didn't get the person that they're supposed to be in contact with, like,
that's definitely a red flag.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think as far as contracting, know what you're getting yourself into. Have an attorney. I think that's a major thing. The difference is that when you're a streamer, and streaming is so new, it's like it's the newest thing in entertainment. So it's very hard to like when you guys said they keep your content. I was like, they keep your content? Like, dude, that's craziness.
Wow.
But yeah, definitely come with an attorney if you're going to be partnering or affiliate. Definitely have that contract read, because that's when you hear anything in entertainment, it's always the contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Always the contracts, no matter if it's music, film,
Even
books, sports, you know, it's the contracts. It's always bottom line. It's the contract.
Right now, Ninja just got drafted to the Lakers. Oh, God.
Wait,
Crazy.
are you kidding, right?
No, I'm saying like his move from Twitch to Mixer is like him going from like
it's like LeBron, right? It's like LeBron going to the.
Yeah.
It really is. You know, or when Jay-Z left Def Jam to start his own thing. You know, it's one of those things. I don't think it hurts them right away, but I think it's over time it can, and they need to watch that.
What gets me is that how it becomes that I understand that it's a machine that needs to run, but it's crazy how when there's so much people to this machine where they want to depend on one person so much to be like, hey, do longer streams, do this. Why do you have to get to a place where you micromanage people?
Yeah.
You know, like this is supposed to be a thing where we can do ourselves, you know, because it's us as a personality, as an entertainer, as a gamer, whatever one that you are, whether you're both or not. It's supposed to be something that we can do, that we can control under the umbrella of someone else, not them telling us what to do all the time.
Yeah. And as
to
a contract,
stay under that umbrella.
And exactly. Under the contract as it is, like that isn't even a thing. Like there aren't specific metrics that you're supposed to meet in order to continue being, you know, this, as long as you just don't break any of the rules. Like we're really, at the end of the day, we're really contractors. We're really like people working under
wrestling.
Yeah, like we're really just contractors.
It's the same thing. I try to refrain from like saying so many references, but it's the same thing. It's like
dude, it's all the
passion. It starts from somebody having a passion for something and doing it their way because they know how to do it and reach out to other people and do this. But then they micromanage so much. Part of being a character is to be that character. Yeah. To add a little bit of you, to add a little bit of something new. Right, and to do this, whether you're a bad guy or a good guy, to talk trash, to do this, to do that, but then they micromanage you so much. They go, oh no, don't worry, we hired somebody to do that for you. Oh no, don't worry about it. We hired somebody to take you there. Oh, don't worry about it. You're gonna say this, you're gonna do that, and it's like, yo, when am I gonna do my job again? That's what happened with basically one company and the people that they have, which is basically they don't own those people, but yet it's to the point where they own them. And now there's a revolution going where they're getting out of that because they're like, no, we're our own people. You hired us to be us, but you're taking that away from us. We can just go over there.
And here's another thing that Randy just put in here before we close out the podcast. You know, they do a monthly partner only streams where partners come in to do private stream and they get told what Mixer's plans are. So this is another big thing, like communication.
It's kind of a conference call already.
Yeah. Like, let us know like what you guys are trying to do and ask for our feedback. Like, we haven't really gotten any. I'm not a partner, so I can't say whether or not that's the case. But I haven't heard of any of my other partnered friends who, you know, and many of y'all know I'm very close with many of them, who have been reached out about any of the upcoming things that they're looking to do, or like even something as simple as like including video footage of them for a promotional thing. J-Dub, for example, J Dubious, TwitchCon last year, he was featured in that video and he had no idea he was going to be in it.
Yeah, see, that's, even on their Twitter, I see a lot of people shocked when they see one of their clips in a Twitch promotional video.
Yeah,
there's just no communication. There's no way for people to even find out some information aside from like being in someone's face. Like, they just need to get better about communicating what it is that they want to do, what it is they are doing, and then they need to listen. Like Randy said, they need to listen to
what they want to do.
Huh?
I don't think they know what they want to do.
No.
Seems like a whole case of I don't know there.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Partly in their defense, I will say because streaming is new, it takes time. But at the same time, I feel like they don't really have this vision. Honestly, I'm gonna be real honest with you. To some degree, I don't think they really thought it was gonna pop off the way they did.
Nah. Nah.
I don't even think Amazon really know what they were buying. I'm gonna be honest. They saw, oh wait, this thing brings money.
Yeah.
What did they do?
Well,
yeah,
that's true. And here's the thing. Remember, Google was even fighting to grab this, and that's why when they didn't get it, they came out with YouTube Gaming. So it's crazy how Amazon fought for this just to fight for it and just be like.
They probably just saw Google trying to fight for it, and they were just like, "Yo, give me that shit. Give me that shit."
It was probably a bidding war, and it's like, okay, because Facebook tried Facebook Gaming. I don't know if that's still a thing. But like,
it's a thing, yeah. It's probably doing better than.
I've done it once. I've done it once or twice.
But I don't. Streaming is very interesting because it's still really relatively new. I think it really took off. I want to say within the last 4 to 5 years, for real. Like it was there prior to, but like the current generation really got a lot more people in on it. The graphics of games got more people in on it.
And it's now just in mainstream media too. Granted, we're still getting looked down upon and getting that whole condescending, like, I can play video, but it's there now. It's this ninja thing was reported on every news outlet possible, and the fact that like the winner from the Fortnite Cup got on like the Tonight Show and other people besides Ninja, the face of gaming is now.
Think of that as hip hop. Think of it as hip hop.
Yes.
Don't think down. Like, don't be mad people are thinking down or talking down about gaming, because I feel like a lot of people in the early 90s were talking down about hip hop, right? Rappers, this, that, and the third.
True, but they weren't saying I should do that too. Like
with a shift in hip hop.
Yeah. So it's gonna take time. Like, this is something that really got in mainstream 5 years ago. People are going to be more receptive. Kids are going to get older. Our generation looks at music differently than the previous generation. Like, you could make money on music, or you could, like, me growing up, if I wanted to be an actor, like, people would laugh, right? But now you want to be an actor, there's so many avenues to YouTube, so people will take you a little bit more serious now. And I think it's going to take time for people to take streamers a little bit more serious, because it is something brand new. We're essentially the pioneers, and it's unfortunate. Like, I keep like how Ivan keeps going back to wrestling, I keep going back to hip hop, but we're like the Big Daddy Kanes and Rakims. You know, that's who we are. And if you go into wrestling, we're like the Andre the Giants and whoever else. But
it's sad, but it's true. That makes me feel old, but I'm not. I won't say I'm old because I ain't. I'm still in my prime.
Right, but we are those people in hip hop. I mean,
we're the pioneers.
We're the pioneers.
Yeah.
And we're still figuring ourselves out as streamers. The business itself is still trying to figure out how to make it monetized. And I mean, at the end of the day, I feel better about it, because I feel like, at least in this day and age, we're able to give feedback, and our feedback is being listened to, versus how back then, like, they weren't able to give feedback or whatever it was. That was law. Yeah, it was law.
Yeah.
And we have more options now. So.
But with that said, I'd like to bring the stream to a close. Someone did ask a question before about what games we were interested in coming out later in the year. We talked about that at the very beginning of the
Last of Us.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna be on Code Vein. Like, Code Vein is definitely one game gonna be on.
I think Sekiro ruined Code Vein for me.
No.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly explain this before we end. I was on board with Code Vein until I played Sekiro. And
no, I've yet to beat Sekiro. I'm on like the last boss, and I just can't get past.
So the thing that makes Sekiro difficult is like, obviously, like, the timing of everything, the way that you upgrade. It's like a lot of side grade stuff. Some of it's upgrade, some of it's like side grade. the combat is more reliant on your reaction and your skill as a player rather than managing meters. Stamina. Code Vein feels uncharacteristically slow. It feels like it should play how Sekiro plays.
Yeah, like, I guess because they hold that anime vibe for like everything is
vampires, bright. Anime, like blood, like that's a game that should allow you to go balls out like Sekiro does.
But it feels like a Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like a little iffy on it.
I'm iffy on anything that's resembled to Dark Souls because I can't, and I respect anyone who can do Dark Souls games or anything like it because you are a different breed of gamers and I salute you, but I am too good for high blood pressure again because Call of Duty gave that to me and I'm already going to have it again because Modern Warfare is coming out.
Which is also what we're excited about.
Yes.
Because I'm different. I didn't get, somebody gifted me World War.
I could only handle one bad habit.
I didn't get Black Ops 4. But this one I'm definitely considering picking up. Plus, because I'm employed.
Question to you guys. If you can find Call of Duty Modern Warfare remastered cheap on PS4, would you like to join me in some gaming before Call of Duty comes out?
Oh, sure. Let me hit it right now.
I know, Oni, you're moving, so like it's going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be hard.
If I can find it, I'm on it. Wait, Key!
Wait, Key!
I'm still a little salty about Stopping Power and Juggernaut. So that would be the reason why I would be less inclined to do it. They don't need to be in that damn game.
They don't, but guess what? We're better. I still get top frag in every damn game. Got this. All you need is the M4. Yeah. And when you get to the certain maps where they want to just snipe
Stopping Power and M4.
Yes. Also, they have different game modes because of the remaster, like snipers only, so that's fun too.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
But with that said, everyone, thank you all so much for watching and listening in on our podcast today. Yes. I greatly appreciate the time that you spent here. Just let me know that y'all, I've heard it a bunch of times in the chat that you're happy the podcast is back. So we'll find a way to make it work during this move. I'm moving to the Cupertino area of California. So we have, I don't even know what my internet's going to be looking like for the next month. I don't know any of these things. So,
man, it took me a week and a half to get my internet.
Yeah, I don't want to wait that long. I don't want that to be the reality.
Internet is a necessity, man.
Yeah, right. It is. It is.
Internet is a necessity.
Yeah,
for work, entertainment.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I'm fighting right now to try to make an internet mandatory, like out here, like as a utility.
Yeah, I feel that. I mean, what are you going to do without it, right? Like,
it's a utility. It's a utility. It's at this point in time, it's becoming like, telecommunication. Like, it's fucking utility. Like, how?
Right.
Like,
you definitely need that.
You need it now, dude. It's almost like water and sewer. Like, you're running the lines for light. You're running the lines for water and sewer. And I'm talking to engineers, and it's like, well, but I'm like, no, bro.
No,
it's a utility.
Before we go, I will say stay away from 5G. Seriously, it is hazard to. I have my father works. I could say this. I'm not a guy on Xbox. My father works for companies higher up. They're really trying to get rid of 5G because it's actually
we're
too much radioactive waves.
No, we're about to raid someone else.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Oh.
Yeah. So
stay away from 5G.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I'm about to say.
I'm hearing a lot of conflicting things about 5G. So
it's hazardous to us as humans, and
really,
and the company my dad works for, I'm probably getting in trouble for this, pulled out of it because it's hazardous. It is hazardous. Think about it. There's so many waves that going on in the air because of internet. We don't know what's it affecting. 5G is so strong, we can see it's affecting us. That's a problem.
That's a problem. Yeah. But anyway, we are going to give some love over to DJ Tech Live. So please join me in saying hello and helping make his Sunday amazing. He's playing some Pills of Eternity right now. We are going to, I don't know if I'll be streaming tonight, but maybe tomorrow I'll be streaming. Before we go, where can people go to find you real quick? Audio Lover?
TheAudioLover.com. The Audio Lover on Twitch, The Audio Lover on Twitter and Instagram.
All right, Ivan, what about you?
IR528 on all social media and WCA Universe on website and everything else WCA related.
Super Duper Kels.
You can find me at Super Duper Kellogg at Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. On Twitter, it is Say It Aim Kellogg. It's like an AIM with no T. Quick and simple. If you type in Kellogg, you might find me.
All right, perfect.